My neighbors are cool. They don't care that I'm yelling. Yeah! I gotta turn it down a little bit. Oh, y'all. I gotta not scream. I gotta not scream because I'm outside. I gotta not scream because I'm outside, y'all. Oh my God. It's real. That is real. That just happened. That was 3 hours of angst, 3 hours of drama, 3 hours of doubt, insecurity, fear, worry, every emotion you could possibly have, confidence, elation. Holy shit, for it to end like that. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Oh, y'all. All right, man. Oh God. If I gotta calm my nerves a little bit, man. I gotta calm my nerves a little bit so we can talk about this. I told y'all last night. If you were here last night, I told you last night that if you were here, that if LSU won, last night I drank my Van Winkle 10-year, and that if LSU won, I was busting out my Van Winkle 12-year Lot B. There ain't a ton left in it. I mean, I got a good bit, but that is a Van Winkle 12-year Lot B, and as promised, y'all, we are going to bust this up. It is going to be hard to go to sleep tonight. Looking at it like an ice cream cone, dog. It is going to be hard to sleep tonight. Tommy White, you beautiful bastard. Thank you so much for coming to LSU. You beautiful man. Thank you so much for coming to LSU. Thank you so much, Tom Walter, for deciding to pitch to Tommy White with first base open. You idiot. Maybe I get it because you got Trey Morgan up next and the single beat you because Dylan Cruz is at second base and Trey Morgan can handle the bat and it's a lefty-righty matchup with Massey, but I don't even care. Oh my God, y'all. Cheers to you, Paul Skeins. Cheers to you, Paul Skeins, for the greatest individual season we have ever seen in the history of LSU baseball. Cheers to you, Paul Skeins, for coming back on 4 days rest for 4 days rest, 5 days after throwing 125 pitches, for coming back out today and doing what you did against what was the number one team in baseball, a team that hadn't lost back-to-back games all season, the entire year. And you took care of business. A dude with an incredible future just a couple of weeks away, a lucrative future just a couple of weeks away. And Paul Skeins said, I dare you to take this ball out of my hands. You will have to pry this ball out of my lifeless hands if you're not going to have me pitch tonight. And my God, Paul Skeins went out and shoved 8 innings, no runs on 2 hits, 9 strikeouts, just 1 walk through 120 pitches. 120 pitches on 4 days rest after throwing 125. Incredible. This team, Trey Morgan. Oh my God, Trey Morgan. Trey Morgan, God bless you. You beautiful soul. The only time all game when LSU was really challenged, Wake Forest tried to bunt their way to a run. They bunted a runner to second. They tried to safety squeeze the run home, and Trey Morgan came up with a beautiful play. A play for the ages. I'm not going to say it's the Jeter play against the A's, the Jeter flip, but boy, was it reminiscent. I mean, y'all, my goodness. What an absolutely incredible night. I mean, in the bottom of the 11th, Thatcher Hurd, God bless you, Thatcher Hurd. God bless you, Thatcher Hurd. Are you kidding me? After Skeins took the ball for 8 innings and got literally 0 run support and shoved, Thatcher Hurd took the ball and threw up 3 zeros. Even there in the 11th, he's facing Wilkin. He's facing the best hitter on their team, the nation's home run leader. And he grooved him a fastball, and Wilkin flat out missed it. Y'all, I am absolutely blown away by what we just saw. One of the greatest college baseball games. The greatest college baseball game I have ever seen was the LSU Miami game, the 1996 National Championship game. And we all remember it for the Warren Morris home run, y'all. We all remember the 1996 National Championship game because of the single greatest moment in the history of college baseball. One of the single greatest moments in the history of college sports. Warren Morris's walk-off. But what so many people forget is that game, the 1996 National Championship game between LSU and Miami, was wrought with drama, start to finish. Lead changes, big defensive plays. Warren Morris, people forget, fielded a ball deep in the hole at second, gunned down a runner at the plate. As amazing as that game was, that was 9-8, and it ended with a walk-off homer. This was nothing through 10 and a half innings. And in the bottom of the 11th, Tommy White, on the first pitch from an All-American closer, much like Warren Morris, first pitch, breaking ball against an All-American closer, and yanked it the fuck out of the park. I mean, y'all, I'm lighting this. I'm gonna hang out for a long time tonight. I might drink. I may finish my Van Winkle tonight. My Van Winkle Lot B12 year. Anybody want to come over? Come finish it with me. Not really. That's not an open invitation to 2,300 people. But man, I'm gonna sit out here. I'm gonna smoke this Cohiba. I'm gonna drink that whiskey. And I'm gonna sit here and talk to all of you beautiful people for as long as you want to talk. And I saw someone just a bit ago put jump in the pool. I might just jump in the pool. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. How about this? Here's my deal. Last night we were at 2,600 viewers. If I get to 5,000 viewers, I will take my shirt off and I will jump in the pool. How about that? If we get, so retweet this, tell all your friends to jump on. If we get to 5,000 viewers, I will take off my hudco shirt and I will go jump in the pool. Hang on, the lights aren't even on in the pool. Can y'all give me 2 seconds? Can y'all give me 2 seconds? Y'all give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go turn the lights on the pool. I swear I'll be right back. Oh, did y'all see that? I just turned the lights on random. Purple light. Damn right. All right. Debo, Jake Knight, Jay Geiger, Mike McNett, Shelby Kelly, Matt Cabroni, belly flop. How about, by the way, I would like to point out another piece, a beautiful piece of poetry. Do you know a few days ago, you don't even have to get, you don't have to try to remember. I'm going to play this for you. After Wake Forest beat LSU, on Monday, Camden Manasseh, the guy who just gave up the yak to Tommy White, the guy who just gave up the homer to Tommy White, said this on Monday. Hang on.
You know, pretty much impossible. Who can beat us? You know, it seems, you know, pretty much impossible.
Who can beat us?
You know,
it seems pretty much, impossible.
Who can beat us? You know, it seems, you know, pretty much impossible.
The guy,
you know, it seems, you know, pretty much impossible.
The guy who just gave up the 2-run bomb to Tommy White is the same guy who, after Wake beat LSU on Monday, stood at that same podium and said, who can beat us? It seems pretty much impossible. Y'all, when Hurd got through the 11th, I tweeted, you have to go win the game now. You have the top of your order up. You have got to go win the game now. I mean, you grooved a dude with 31 homers, a fastball, and he missed it. You have to go win the game with the top of your lineup. And I'll be damned, they did. Dylan Cruz singled, probably should have taken second on the bobble in left field. Ultimately, if we get to 5,000 viewers, I am. Do you think I should do it anyway? If we get to 5,000, I will take off my shirt and I will jump in that damn pool if we get to, we're at 27:52. I may modify it. You think we can get to 5,000 or we're at 27:52. Smash the like button, huh? What? Oh, if they get to 3,000, I'll do it. Why do you want me to jump in the pool? You gonna jump in the pool? Yeah, right. I know. All right, 3,500. Y'all are crazy. Now y'all trying. Cliff Nelson, 3,500. I love it. Josh Parker, 3,500. I wish I still had my jeans on. I changed into shorts because I knew it was going to be hot out here. But y'all, think about that scenario that unfolded. Think about that. How about this? If everybody clicks the HUDco link and fills out the inspection request form, then I'll do it. To hell with it. Everybody's saying doing it anyway. Let's go. I'm leaving my HUDco hat here, but I'm doing it. Yeah! Let's go! I did it with the HUDco shirt on. I don't let y'all care to see me without a shirt, but I don't really care. Amazing, bro. I might need a dry shirt. I do. It gotta be a HUDco shirt though. Hell yeah, I'm gonna be sitting here for 2 hours. I'm gonna be wearing a HUDco shirt. Maybe I'll just put this one back on. That was incredible. What a game, y'all. What a game. I mean, what a freaking game. Matt's going to have more followers than Olivia Dunn. By the way, rumor in Omaha is that Paul Skeins and Olivia Dunn are dating. That's why she's been in Omaha. And maybe, just maybe, they might have been out at dinner or something like that last night. after the game. Anyway, y'all, what a game, bro. What a game, what a game, what a game. I don't know where I left off. I think I was talking about what happened there. I gotta catch my breath, bro. Jesus Christ. I mean, you get to the 11th, Cruz singles. You know, what? I need a towel too. Tell him, come on.
She said we're going to go back and go bring the pool.
Come on. Tell him, come on. I'm going to be here. Denane, y'all come on. I need a towel too. Probably gonna have to take my pants off too, Erica. Oh my God. I definitely need a towel. Let me put that shirt on. All right, y'all. You know, Cruz singles, and they bring in Manasseh. You know, I can't believe they pitched to Tommy White. Oh my God, y'all. I am absolutely out of breath. Okay. All right, I'm gonna dry off. Hang on. Huh?
Shorts? You got off shorts too?
Maybe some dry shorts. That'd be good. I'll just put them on. They can't see my bare bottom out here. Well, just give me a pair. So I don't need underwear. Just give me a pair of shorts. Give me a pair of shorts. Thank you. That's Eric. I jumped in the pool for those that are just wondering why. I told you I would. Yes. By the way, for everybody who hasn't hit the like yet, I'm only at 900 likes. Are you kidding me? I took off my shirt and jumped. I jumped in the pool with my clothes on and just took my shirt off on this camera. All right. Let's get to some of your comments. I want to go through the game, but honestly, y'all, there just ain't a lot to talk about with the game because the game was what it was. Paul Skeins went and shoved. He threw 120 pitches on 4 days rest after throwing 125 pitches on Saturday. My God, Lauder was awesome as well. He showed why he was the SEC Pitcher of the Year. He was a finalist for National Pitcher of the Year, right there with Skeins. Lauder went 7 innings, allowed no runs on 3 hits, struck out 6, walked 2, and I really thought that they were going to get to him when LSU got the leadoff walk. Excuse me. I thought in the bottom of the 7th, when Gavin Dugas got the leadoff walk, he worked it was a beautiful AB. He worked the full count. He got the leadoff walk, and I thought that was going to be it. And then Cade Beloso lined out to right. Joe Bear struck out swinging, and then Thompson struck out swinging. But, you know, I was looking up the stat. Leadoff walks in Major League Baseball score roughly a third of the time, so the clip is higher than that in college ball. But my goodness, when you're facing a guy like Lauder and they couldn't touch him all night, it's just how it went. Now, I was stunned. Honestly, I was stunned that they pulled Lauder in the 8th. I couldn't believe it. They brought in Roland. Roland's the guy who looks like he snorted a whole bowl of Coke before the game. And he walks Pearson. Leadoff walk in the 8th inning. And at that point, y'all, I even knew it. I tweeted it at the time. I even knew it. They were bunting. Everybody knew in that moment that LSU was going to bunt, that they were going to bunt Alex Milazzo. You got a runner on first, nobody out. They were going to bunt Alex Milazzo. Now, I don't like it. You know how I feel about bunting. But it was a game where here you are, bottom 8. You get a run. You get 1 run here. Go get 3 outs and the game's over. So I know what Jay was doing. I mean, I tweeted at the time, I'm like, please, God, just get the bunt down. I know you're going to bunt. Just get the bunt down. And he did. And so you had a runner on second with 1 out. You got a runner on second with 1 out, and you're turning over your lineup for Dylan Cruz. So now you've got runner at second, 1 out, Cruz, White, Morgan due up. And they brought in Massey. And I'll tell you, I am honestly stunned that Tom Walter let Massey pitch to Dylan Cruz in that situation. Because, my goodness, if Dylan Cruz comes up with the game-winning single there with first base open, I don't know that Tom Walter ever lives that down. Now, you could say, well, he's got Tommy White behind him, which he did. And Tommy White ends up getting the game-winning homer. But at the same time, it's hard to justify letting Cruz beat you instead of letting White beat you. So, I mean, where's Eric with my... You know what? Y'all, just gonna do it. Just gonna put a towel around me. Hope my neighbors ain't watching. So what if they are? Just gonna wrap up with a towel. There we go. Your boy's going commando right now. I'm literally just in a Hudco shirt and a towel. I don't even care. I'm so fired up. So I knew they were going to bunt Milazzo. We all knew they were going to bunt Milazzo. He gets the runner over. I can't believe they pitched to Dylan Cruz with a base open. If you're Tom Walter and Cruz comes through there against Massey, you never live that down. I mean, we're over 3,000. We're over 3,000. Thank you. And I might jump in again and actually show you my bare ass. Probably not, though. I won't do that. I'm not going to be lewd. He let Massey come in and he let him pitch to Cruz. He struck him out. God bless. I mean, what a moment for Massey. I mean, you're facing the best player in college baseball with the game-winning run, potentially season-ending run at second base that you inherited, and you strike out the best player in college baseball. Tip your cap. And then at that moment, they didn't have to pitch to White, so they intentionally walk him. And so you got Trey Morgan up. And quite honestly, I'm perfectly good with Trey Morgan being up in that situation as well. Trey has had an awesome College World Series. He handles the bat. All you need is a single. You don't need a homer there. You just need a single. And they damn near got it. Trey pumped one to center. Center fielder retreated and caught it. And they got out of the eighth. And then at that point, it was on. Then it was a war of attrition. Who was going to give first? Whose big bat was going to come through? And, you go into the ninth. Maybe the biggest play of the ninth. Hurd started, Skeins went 8, so Hurd starts the ninth. He gets Costello to ground out. Beautiful play, by the way, by Gavin Dugas. That was a play where Dugas is ranging to his left, and he slides onto the dirt, gets the ball, scoops, and throws for the first out. First pitch of the at-bat, by the way. Wilkin lined out to right field. Beautiful play by Josh Pearson, who was shaded perfectly on that ball. Again, hat tip to Mark Wanaka. For those who don't know, Wanaka is the first base coach, the big dude who wears the batting helmet with no ear flaps. Jay Johnson has said Wanaka is the best in the world. He used this phrase in the in-game interview in the Tennessee game, the first Tennessee game that Skeins pitched. And he said Wanaka is the best in the world at shading outfield, at positioning outfielders. And in that moment, beautiful. Liner right to Pearson, who made a great play. And then you got Bennett to ground out to second. And you were out of it. Then you were going into extras. And it was a challenge. Bottom 9, Dugas, Beloso, Jobert. Dugas strikes out. Beloso, who was the hero a night ago, had an opportunity there. He first pitch fouls out to the third baseman. Jobert strikes out swinging on a full count. I mean, Jobert really has struggled with the breaking ball. I don't know why anybody would throw him a fastball at this point because he's really struggled. No kidding. Well, I'm sitting here in a towel. Might just stay in my towel. It's freeing. It's liberating. My ash just dropped on my towel. Ash just dropped in the towel. Oh, man. You went down quietly in the 10th, and then we went through it. You had to come through in the 11th. You had to. You had to come through in the 11th. After the top of the 11th was dicey. And this is the other part we got to talk about. When A struck out, that's the freshman who started at first base because Kurtz had the rib injury. And you can talk all you want about Kurtz being out, what that might have mattered. Kurtz sucked in this College World Series. I get it, he had 24 homers this year. He sucked. He was 0 for the College World Series. He sucked. So whatever. They probably did him a favor not playing. Then Houston popped up. And so then it looked like you were about to go quickly through the 11th, and then the drama started. Hawk singled. It was the little tapper. And boy, they had him in a 1-2 count. Hurd had him in a 1-2 count. Looked like he was overpowering him. Looked like he might have gotten a call at third strike. Lost him a little bit. Hawk ends up having a little tapper toward third. He gets on first. He steals second. LSU challenges. I hated that challenge, by the way. Coach has got some bad intel tonight. Skeins had a pickoff move where he nailed a runner, and LSU didn't challenge it at first. And then they did challenge in the 11th with the Hawk stolen base at second, and I hated it. It completely got Hurd out of his rhythm. Hurd was rolling. All he'd given up was that little tapper. He needed to stay in rhythm. They stop it to go review. Then he finally gets back into the AB. He ends up walking Costello. He really lost his release point. And then Wilkin came up. So now you got 2 on, and their best hitter, 31 homers up at the plate. And God bless, on the second pitch, Thatcher Hurd grooved Wilkin a fastball. He grooved it. Go back and watch it. He grooved Wilkin a fastball. And Wilkin just missed it. I mean, you could see Wilkin's reaction when he hit it. He just went like, God, and slammed the bat. He missed it. He had a fastball, a belt-high fastball, and he just missed it. So Hurd got out of it, and you had to go win it. You had the top of the order coming up in the bottom of the 11th. If you didn't get your run there, it probably wasn't going to happen. But it did. So, my God almighty. LSU's going to play for a national championship starting on Saturday. I'm sure a lot of y'all want to know, what LSU's sitch is going to be like on Saturday. What the pitching is going to be like. Well, the one thing that's easy is Ty Floyd's going to start game 1. That's the easy part. Ty Floyd's going to start game 1. And I'll tell you, say here what I feel like we've said quite a bit, which is the bats have to show up. It's not easy against elite pitching, and Florida's going to have Sproat, Waldrop, and Caglione ready for you. Rested. It's a weekend. It's a weekend of rested dominant arms for Florida. A team that really struggled at the beginning of the season and found their groove midway through SEC play. And here they are playing for a national championship, again, rested with their weekend rotation ready to roll. And you're likely going to be without Skeins. So, but I'll tell you this, the challenge is no more sincere than what you just did the last 3 days. Challenge is no more difficult than what you just did the last 3 days. Said it today on AFR. My feeling on this team all along was they weren't built to come through the losers bracket. They could win a national championship. I believe they could win the national championship. I just didn't think they could do it through the losers bracket. But now they're 2 wins away. They've already come out of the losers bracket to get into the championship series, and now it's a weekend series. You got to go win 2 games. God bless. Incredible. Incredible. All right. I've been talking for a long time now. 3,100 of y'all watching. God bless you. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Go Tigers. If you're just jumping aboard, I poured my Van Winkle Lot B12 here like I said I would. I got a fair bit left of it, but who knows? For as long as it takes me to smoke this Cohiba, we may be here. I may crush that bottle. Maybe a long day for your boy tomorrow. I'm supposed to be at traction tomorrow morning working out after I drop Drew off at camp in the morning. Might be a tough wake up for your boy. Erica might be making that run tomorrow morning. We'll see. Yo, let me take 20 seconds and shout out Hudco. Awful hailstorm earlier this week. We have been jamming all week, trying to get to everybody we can. If you, a friend, family member, coworker, neighbor had hail, let us help you out. Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. We're local. We got materials. Our shingles come from the Certainty plant in Shreveport, Louisiana. We use local shingles, local people, local ownership, local everything. Been here for 20 years. We'll be here 20 plus more. Y'all know where to find me. I ain't going nowhere. You hire a company you never heard of, what's going to happen? I don't know. How you going to find them if they run away? You know where to find me. Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Hudco's pinned right there in the chat. Joe Parker said 3,500 butt naked in the pool. No, Joe, I'm not going to be lewd. I'm not going to show you anything butt naked. I already jumped in the pool. So somebody gift that. Somebody make it a meme. Do whatever you want. But awesome. Shelby Ratliff said, "Go Tigers! Please shout out my husband Eric Ratliff." Shout out to you, Eric Ratliff. This is like Casey Kasem on the request line. Requests and dedication. I'm Casey Kasem. Clayton Knight, he's not Drew. Yeah, Drew's the one that'll roll through here with his behind showing. My little boy will run through. He runs through the house going to his bath, butt naked. Okay, what y'all got, man? Y'all fire away. I've said a lot. Carter Sunwall, Series MVP, Cooper or Morgan. Right now, I think, well, it ain't over yet. And if Riley Cooper pitches and closes out another game and ends up with 4 saves or 5 saves in this College World Series, Riley Cooper's going to be your MVP. Nobody had a good night at the plate tonight. Morgan was 0 for 4, but he still had an incredible College World Series. And the defensive play he made in the 8th was, in a nothing game where there was literally no margin. I mean, it was 0-0. There was literally no margin. He made an epic play. Y'all, I want to hat tip Alex Milazzo as well. I know there was this big question about Milazzo or Travinsky, and I know people love Travinsky and he's got the big bat, but you saw tonight why Milazzo is catching. He's in there for his defense, and this may be sort of a higher level understanding type thing, because I know when we look at catcher stats, most people look at stolen base numbers or pass balls, and yes, that's a part of it. But your ability to receive and be still behind the plate, to literally do what the position says and catch, he is magnificent. And he is a strike stealer. He gets calls for his pitchers because of his ability to quietly receive the ball. And I'm not sure Jay would ever say this on the record, but that 6th inning with Floyd on Monday is probably the thing that made this decision for Jay Johnson at catcher. He's probably sitting there thinking, if Milazzo's in there, we're getting those calls and we never end up in that situation. Local kid from Zachary, hat tip. He deserves a lot of credit, man. The last 3 nights he has been magnificent behind the plate, and he deserves a ton of credit. So cheers to Alex Milazzo. Look, Travinsky is a gigantic reason why you got here. You know, when his bat heated up and you needed it, I mean, he was incredible. And if you're not playing in that park with the wind blowing in, he's still in the lineup. But in that park with the wind blowing in and runs are at a premium, you've got to have a defensive catcher back there who can receive the baseball, who can frame pitches, who can steal strikes for his pitches. And Alex Milazzo has done a magnificent job of that the last 3 nights. So cheers to him. Cheers to both the catchers. And look, to Brady Neal earlier this year. But in this College World Series, man. He's been great. All right. All right, let's see. USMC Houdat, what's going on? Evan Garrett's with jerseys Saturday. Well, LSU's going to be the visiting team, so Florida is the higher seeded team, so they'll be the home team, so they'll choose, but my guess is LSU will wear their road grays because that's what they typically wear when Ty Floyd pitches when they're on the road. So my guess is LSU will be in their road grays. LSU will be the home team in game 2. So my guess is they'll go gold jerseys, white pants, and then we'll see what they decide in game 3. Probably gold jerseys, white pants if you get there. Hopefully you never even have to get there. Hopefully Floyd goes and shoves, you win game 1, and then you piece it together how you need to on Sunday. You win a national championship, and you don't have to worry about in your championship goals. You don't have to worry about Monday. Raymond, Matt, where does Louder Skeins rank on the all-time best pitching matchups? Raymond, I'm going to tell you, for me in my lifetime, I can't talk about forever and ever in the history of LSU baseball, but for me in my lifetime, to this point, the best pitching matchup I had ever seen, where you're talking about top-level prospects. We knew it was 2 top-level prospects going in, 2 guys that were going to be top 10 picks, and that it actually delivered on the stage, was the Super Regional with LSU and Oklahoma in 2013 with Aaron Nola and Jonathan Gray. That was the best pitching matchup I'd seen in my life at LSU. This one surpassed it. This one absolutely surpassed it. The fact that literally neither pitcher allowed a run. Skeins, 8 shutout innings. Louder, 7 shutout innings. It lived up to every bit of the billing. They were so dominant. And I just, more than anything, I would love to hear what Tom Walter says after the game about why he lifted Louder after 7. Louder was at 88 pitches. He was at 88 pitches. Louder could have easily pitched the 8th. Could have easily pitched the 8th. And when they went to Roland, that's when they got in trouble. Roland walked the leadoff batter. Pearson, they bunted him over with Milazzo, and you had the top of the order coming up. And had Tip Tom Walter, he managed that perfectly. He went to Massey, and Massey struck out Cruz. Decided to pitch to Cruz with the base open, struck him out, walked Tommy White, pitched to Morgan, got the fly ball. I mean, Walter managed it perfectly, but he got into hairy territory because he pulled Louder. And maybe, look, I know a lot of people point out Louder in the dugout was, squeezing his arm, and maybe that was it. Like, maybe he was feeling tightness and discomfort, and they're like, all right, shut it down. And they had plenty of bullpen. They had plenty of bullpen after him, obviously. But, man, all right, hang on. So, best I've ever seen, to answer your question. All right, I got to go put on these dry shorts. Hang on. I'm just going to walk right around here so as not to moon my neighbors. Hang on. I hope there's no reflection anywhere. I think we're good. All right. Oh, y'all. Smash that like button, please. If you're new, please subscribe up to the channel. Got 2,700 of you hanging on, man. That's friggin' awesome. Y'all must stay here as long as y'all want. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna stay here as long as y'all want. We got LSU going to play for a national championship. We got a walk-off bomb in the bottom of the 11th of a scoreless game. But Tommy White, I'll stay here and I'll drink Van Winkle 12 year and I'll smoke the cigar for as long as y'all want. I'm bothering me. Sorry, it was bothering me. It was drying out after Father's Day. I left it there. My bad. All right. Keelan Pajak, what's going on? You give up offense in 2 positions, catcher and shortstop, both been amazing in the field. I know everyone's going to focus on the error Jordan Thompson made at second, but other than that, he has been magnificent in the field. He has not let his struggles at the plate. He's not carried his struggles with the bat into the field. And I would add center field to that as well. Keelan, Center field is another spot where you'll give up a bat for a glove, but the problem is you can't give up 3 bats for 3 gloves. You can give up 1, but at any of those positions, I would agree. Avery Thibodeau, Skeins, White, and Hurd on the podium with Jay tonight. Jay says, if you're a transfer, why wouldn't you want to come here? The greatest example ever with those 3. Great point. Skeins from Air Force, White from NC State, Hurd from UCLA. And by the way, I'm not sure if y'all saw it. Alabama's ace Luke Holman entered the transfer portal today. Now, Colby Shelton, Alabama's freshman slugger, committed to Florida today. But their ace Luke Holman, who's a righty, hit the portal today. And LSU's going to be in need of. They're in need and going to be in need of pitching. So I don't think Holman comes here and is your Friday night guy, but he comes here and is a part of your rotation next year. Ryan Slayton, I need a beer run. Ridge Porter said, Matt, we're playing Florida, lose the orange shirt. Hey, bro, it's Hudco. I'm repping Hudco. I don't give a damn about Florida. I don't give a damn about orange. I hate Florida. Screw them. But I'm repping Hudco. There was a massive hailstorm this week. There's thousands of people watching, literally, and tens of thousands of people that are going to see this. I'm keeping my Hudco hat and my Hudco shirt on the entire. I had a white shirt on. You know what I could do? I could have E-Rock go get me a gray one, a gray Hudco. I had a white Hudco shirt on. I jumped in the pool. It's soaking wet. Anyway. So Bert Boy said LSU and Florida are both minus 110 per DraftKings. Is that for the game or for the series? Is that game 1 or for the series? So I know Doc GTN said on TV that he doesn't let his pitchers face a lineup before time. I get that, and I understand that. But it's different when you're in the regular season. Hey, babe, I need a favor. Can you get me I have a white Hudco polo hanging up. I can't wear orange. It's because we're playing Florida.
Oh, God. No.
I know. And I had the white one on, but I jumped in the pool. So, sure. Or you can take it. But could you get me the white Hudco shirt? It's hanging up in my closet. Thank you, Erica.
I'm going to pop some apple bubbles.
Huh?
I'm going to pop some apple bubbles.
Are they really coming?
They just got there to come and do it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They're on their back. I was like,
What, you bringing Drew to school in the morning?
you might be just
I'm up here talking to thousands of people trying to sell roofs and talking about baseball. And I got to work tomorrow. What you doing tomorrow?
I'm doing a lot of stuff.
Oh, decorating for Drew's party, which is a month away?
No,
Ain't that some shit? Let's see. Matt Gudo, what's going on? How many national titles has LSU won in a year? My guess would be 2. I mean, because if you count track and field, the LSU women won 10 straight national titles. And that was and that was during the 90s when Skip's team were winning like 5 and 10 years. So that happened. I think that's it. I think it's 2 if you're counting track and field. Unless if someone else knows something that I don't, let me know. Educator Matt, why did you say Johnson almost coached LSU out of the World Series? Does his coaching scare you, or do you think he's just getting by being lucky? You got to be more specific. What are you talking about when I said he almost coached LSU out of the World Series? Like, I don't know. I need you to tell me specifically.
there's a bunch of bugs.
No mosquitoes. I ain't getting bit.
No, there's bugs.
All right. Well, that's all the bugs that end up on the ceiling that you always the ceiling that you always hate.
It's hot.
Treating everybody to a gun show, Erica.
Yeah. My man.
Right there.
Mine.
Traction built.
What are those frogs?
Erica, there's a pond behind us. There's frogs all in that pond. What do you think this is? We're outside. We're in Louisiana, huh?
I want to go back there. Yeah, well. I don't either.
That's why I changed into shorts and took off my socks and shoes. So that when I knew I was going to be sitting out here, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't sitting here in jeans and all that. All right, is this better now? Is this a good compromise? I'm still repping Hudco, right? But I'm not wearing the orange shirt. How about this? This is like 3 wardrobe changes. The first shirt, then I jumped in the pool, and then the second shirt y'all didn't like because it was orange, and now here we go. All right, smash that like button, please, if you would. How many we got with us? 2668, 1,600 likes. God bless all of you beautiful people. Please smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe up to the channel. Derek DiMartino said, give a shout out to Ronnie from the parish. Ronnie from the parish, what's going on? Y'all, I got to tell you too, man. I don't know if you heard AFR today, but we had Hot Rod Beloso, Cade's dad, Rodney, on with us. And I think I've told y'all this story, but Hot Rod, if you haven't heard it, so Hot Rod owns Hot Rod's Creole. And, but 3 years ago, he was doing some advertising with us. I think he was sponsoring Tigers and the Pros, maybe. It was something like that. He was sponsoring one of the segments on AFR. And when we were starting doing business, he knew that I was a whiskey guy, so he was super generous, and he gave me a bottle of Blanton's Gold. But it's not just, and Blanton's Gold is rare enough as it is, but it's Blanton's Gold that was dumped, the dump date on it. So every bottle of Blanton's has the dump date when they dumped it out of the barrel to bottle it. And so a lot of people collect those based on, like, they'll look for their kid's birthday or something like that, like an anniversary, a very specific date or something like that to get a Blanton's, with that date. Well, anyway, this bottle was dumped in 1999. So it's been 24 years. Hot Rod said on air today, the bottle's older than Cade, which is incredible. He gave it to me 3 years ago, and I felt bad because, like, it's a collectible bottle. Like, people would pay a lot of money for that, and I felt bad. I didn't want to open it. So he and I made a deal. When LSU made the College World Series and won it, we'd crack the bottle. And now LSU's two wins away from us being able to crack that bottle. That's awesome. That's cool. All right. Donnie Duro, what's going on? In Puerto Vallarta. All right. Thank you for watching. Kelly Abels, Chris McGinnis, Mike McNett, Bobby Hotep, what's going on? He said, wait, Jacob Hester's wife is giving birth. Yeah, man, so that happened. So we were in the first segment of the show today, and Jake texted me. He's like, hey, man, just a heads up, I'm not going to be in tomorrow. This is happening. And he sent me a picture of the board at the room there at Women's Hospital. So baby Harlow Hester's coming. I don't know if she was born yet. If she was, what a way to come into the world and to see that game. So anyway, well, let me check real quick. I don't know if Jake's posted anything but at about 3 o'clock today, they were at the hospital. So I don't know if we got word yet about baby Harlow Hester. I hope so. Just praying for Katie and Harlow to be safe, and you have a safe delivery, and mama and baby to be healthy. So they're still waiting on the baby. That's so good. He said, can we name the baby Tommy? I love it. So good. Let's see. Kevin Cloud, got to say, I love the pool. Thanks, man. By the way, I'll shout out again, man. My brother-in-law, Jeff Delafano, Del Outdoor. Y'all want outdoor kitchens, pools, concrete jobs, pergolas, any of that stuff. Fences, gates, masonry work. Basically, if it's outdoor construction, they do it all, and he's phenomenal. Marine, meticulous, does beautiful work. Just awesome. I mean, just phenomenal. He's done everything here. Built the brick fire pit, redid the decking for our pool, redid the pool when we moved in, built our outdoor kitchen. I don't know if y'all have seen the outdoor kitchen. It's a little messy here, but I'll show y'all. I mean, it's pretty cool. We got the whole outdoor kitchen, the TV on the wall. He did that wall as well. He took a bunch of fence boards, white fence boards, and stripped them and did that look. Really cool look. So anyway, Dell Outdoor, shout out brother-in-law. You need some outdoor work done, holler at him. Sorry, hang on. Oh, I went out. Let's see, where are we? Saul Munoz, thank you, bro. Derek Matthews, shout out my 6-year-old Mia Matthews, said Tommy was going to win the game for us. Let's see. Who was that? Samuel Ayer said, Matt, talk about the Trey Morgan play. So, yeah, I mean, we talked about it a bit ago, but I'll go back through it, the whole sequence and what transpired. So Skeins was still in the game, and it was interesting because it was so reminiscent of what happened on Monday. Remember, LSU was the visitor, so they're batting top 8, and you get first and third with nobody out, and that's when Trey got thrown out at home on the ground ball by Beloso. And then, of course, in the bottom of the 8th, Wake Forest turned around, scored what ended up being the game-winning run, got 3 outs, and it was over. So it was very appropriate that in the top of the 8th, it was Trey Morgan making the defensive play to save the run on a bang-bang play at the plate, which was, what a game. So if you go through the top of the 8th, Skeins was still in the game. He got to 100 pitches at this point, and he walks Johnson to lead off. And remember, Johnson is the one who is 0 for the College World Series, who Tom Walter moved down in the order today to try to get him going. He had been batting 5th after Wilkin, but he was 0 for the College World Series, so they moved him down in the order to try to get him going. So Johnson walks, and then Lee, the catcher, who's not a very good player, quite honestly. He transferred in from Tulane. He had the game when it hit the other night in the 8th, but not a very patient bat, and defensively is a liability behind the plate. But anyway, whatever. Lee grounds out to first base on the sac bunt. So they had grounds out. Technically it's a ground out, but he sacrifice bunted to down to Morgan at first. So, and Morgan made the tag on him. Remember, he fielded the ball up the line and made the tag on him. So you got a runner at second with 1 out, and then you got Winay up, and Winay was kind of the pivotal moment of that inning. So Winay's the freshman who replaced Kurtz. Kurtz was the guy with 24 homers, the big 6'5" first baseman, who's a great defensive first baseman, but it really struggled in this College World Series. We found out before the game, like, he was in the lineup, and then apparently in BP tweaked a rib injury, and so they scratched him, and they put Winay in the lineup, this freshman who actually got one of the hits off of Paul Skeins. Well, Winay strikes out, and they rule it a wild pitch. So that was the ball that got by Milazzo. And for as great as Milazzo was tonight, that was one where, because he was on a knee, he had to sort of reach for the ball instead of blocking it up, and it got away. And it's a shame because you were at a point in the game where obviously it was 0-0, and that allowed Johnson to get to third on the wild pitch. So now you got a runner after the bunt. Instead of 2 outs, runner on second, with Hawk up, the leadoff batter. Houston up, the 9-hole, excuse me. So you got Winay now at first, and you got first and third. He bunts, trying to get the run home on the safety squeeze, right? So you got 1 out, runner at first and third, and Houston tries to safety squeeze the run home, which we all knew he was going to do. I mean, they were talking about it on TV. He tried to get it down the pitch before. Like, you knew that was coming. The safety squeeze was coming. And, you know, you had Johnson on third. So I get what they were trying to do, but yet again, 2 bunts in the same inning, and you don't manufacture the run. It was just a brilliant play by Morgan. I mean, Morgan is such an elite athlete, man. And we've talked about it his whole career, as good as he is at first base. Y'all have heard me say it a million times. He's not going to be a first baseman at the next level because nobody's going to put an athlete like that at first. They're going to put him in the outfield. But his glove, his awareness, his athleticism saved you the game right there. Because if any part of that goes awry, charging the ball, fielding the ball, the transfer, the flip to Milazzo catch, swipe tag. If any part of that goes awry, charging, fielding, transferring, flipping, catching, swipe tag, if any part of that goes awry, that run scores. I mean, you got him by 6 inches, maybe. I mean, it was that close. I mean, you got him by 6 inches. So that's incredible. I mean, that is one of the plays that we will talk about forever, like Ray Wright's catch in right field against Stanford back in 2000. You know, when Edmund Muth cranked the ball that looked like it was gone, and which probably would have put that game out of reach for Stanford back in 2000. And Ray Wright climbed the wall and made the catch of his life, and that's why we all still talk about that play as the greatest defensive play in LSU baseball history. Well, if this LSU team goes on to win the national championship, we're going to talk about that play by Trey Morgan, and rightfully so, because that was incredible. I mean, it was almost like, I hesitate to make the exact comparison, but it's almost like the Jeter play against the A's when he came across the diamond and made the swipe tag, like, and the whole, or not the swipe tag, the flip, because there was just no reason for Jeter to even be in that situation. It was just an instinctual awareness running across the diamond. So this is different, but just the nature of the play, the feel, the transfer, the flip, all that was there. It was incredible. It was incredible. So, you know, on that one, it was Posada making the swipe tag on Jeremy Giambi, and in this instance, it was Alex Milazzo getting the flip from Morgan and making the swipe tag on Johnson. So one of those plays I think we'll talk about forever. Let's see. Thank y'all so much for being here, man. Devin Kelly, what's going on, man? Arthur Coco, Paul Pollard, Mike the Tiger, 2023 national champs, play neck. Let's see. Devin said, shout out to Colin for serving our country, being an LSU law school grad and a Jag. Okay. Brett DeGrow said it's better than Jeter's play because it's LSU. I'm just saying it's reminiscent of a very famous play that was similar. That's all. Okay, so DMatt44 said, Matt, are you and T-Bob doing whiskey and wine Saturday for game one? I would love to. That is 100% up to our friends at Don Juan. If they want us there, I'm totally down to do it, but it's up to them. And we will make a decision tomorrow morning. T-Bob just got back in town today, so does he want to get out to Don Juan? I don't know. If he does, great. I'm sure, well, let me rephrase. I know he does, but can he, family, everything, I don't know. But we'll find out. Man. Y'all are awesome, man. This just keeps on coming. Joshua Johnson said Thompson's overwhelmed out of his league playing with the big boys at the CWS. So Joshua, it's a little dumb. Like, Jordan Thompson has faced the best pitchers in the country week in and week out in the SEC, man. Like, he's having a bad week. There's no doubt about it. He's fighting it. And Dylan Cruz had a 2-for-22 streak. Like, literally the best hitter in college baseball had a 2-for-22 streak. It's baseball, man. It happens to everybody. And the thing he's fighting right now is he is guessing because he can't hit a breaking ball right now. Thompson is guessing he cannot hit a breaking ball. He is all on his front foot, and when they throw him something off speed, he is so far in front of it because he is guessing, trying to connect with a fastball. That's all there is to it. And when he's late, you're just seeing him foul him back. So, anyway. Giambi was safe. No, he wasn't, bro. I would DH Skeins for Thompson on Saturday. Top pick, dating Livy, ride that heater. So real quick, is that something, y'all gotta let me know. Like, sometimes I think people don't believe me when I say this, but like, I am literally never on message boards. I literally, hand on Bible on my life, I never read message boards. I don't read the one that you all are thinking that I won't even say the words. That's how disgusting and filthy it is. And I refuse to ever even like click a link that someone may send me from it. But like, is that a thing people know? Like, do people know Paul Skeins is dating Olivia Dunn? Like, is that a thing in the world that's out there in the ether that people know? Like, please let me know. I really don't know if that's a thing or like, because I just learned that yesterday and they've kept it very quiet, obviously. Let's see, Jay Dixon, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a high probability of rain Saturday. I would not mind this getting delayed today. That would be huge advantage LSU if they delay it a day. We'll see. Matt, Ray Rice catch happened when LSU was up 2-0. Barbier saved a couple of runs when LSU was down 5-2. So they put up a 4 spot in the 4th and went up 4-2. And I thought Muth hit that ball in the 5th. You may be right. I'll correct myself if you're right. Let's see. So is that in the 3rd? So maybe that's what I'm thinking. So that was it. So Muth flied out. You had Thompson on Bruntlett. I'm looking at the play-by-play right here. Singled to Muth flied out to right field with runner on. So that would have tied the game right there if that ball had left the yard. Right? Top 3, that would have tied it. Then top 4, they got a 4 spot to go up 4-2. Let's see. Ridge Porter, Matt, the belly flop sponsored by Hudco earlier was epic. Hudco Roofing, by the way. Hudco's pinned in the chat. If you, someone you know, a friend, neighbor, family member, worker, co-worker, had hail this week, would love to. I mean, I'm telling you, that's what you could do for me. Y'all, I have sat here, and I love doing it, but Saturday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 days out of the last 6, I have sat here for like 2 hours recapping these games. And I love doing it, and I'm so glad y'all are with it. The one thing that y'all could do for me is click that Hudco link, and if you know someone who had hail, tell them to call Hudco. That's the one thing you could do. That's the one thing you could do for me. Anyway. Oh, by the way, y'all, the thing we didn't talk about. We've been on for an hour and 2 minutes now. The one thing we haven't talked about yet. Paul Skeins set the strikeout record. My God, like, the game was so exhilarating and anxiety-ridden throughout the whole thing. We didn't even mention it. Paul Skeins broke Ben McDonald's strikeout record. So he entered the day at 200 strikeouts. So he was 2 away from Ben McDonald's record, and he ended the day with 9. So he ends up surpassing Ben McDonald by 7. So right now, Skeins 209 strikeouts surpasses Ben McDonald's record of 202 set back in 1989. So you and me and all of us, you look, man, I was a kid in 1989. I watched Ben McDonald pitch. I'm not old enough to tell you that I remember specifics and nuance of games in 1989. Thankfully for me, the first time I really remember that was the 91 season. It was so impactful because LSU won the national championship that year. But to be able to see a record fall that had stood since 1989, I mean, 34 years? Holy crap. 34 years that record stood? I mean, y'all, think about all of the amazing pitchers that have come through this league. Let's think about all the amazing pitchers that come through LSU and didn't snip that record. I mean, Nola in 2014 had 134, I think, was the number, 134, 137, something like that. By the way, for those who are wondering, I may kill this bottle tonight. It's my Van Winkle 12-year Lot B. I hate to do it. I would hate to see it gone. But you know what? Maybe, you know what I'll do? I'll save the rest for when they, well, no. Well, I would say for when they win the national championship. But I'm going to bust open that bottle with Hot Rod. But that, I'm going to have to wait for him to get back, so it can't be the night they open, or the night that they win it. Benton Abernathy, what's going on? Scone, love the Volkswagen. Shout out South Point Volkswagen. Christian Jessen, what's going on? Wake offense got exposed. Now they aren't playing on their T-ball field. So, definitely talked about that today on AFR. Listen, I want to give a comp for how I think this would play. I think I have it. Okay, so here you go. Wake's offense this year hit cumulatively 308 coming into the College World Series. 308 with 130 homers. They were awesome. 8 of their 9 everyday players came in batting over 300. That's pretty incredible. They do play in a tiny park, and it is a very hitter-friendly park. And in a year where, hey, bruh! In a year where what's going on? We got a party now. In a year where bats are juiced, balls are juiced, if you want a cigar, go grab one. I got them in my humidor in there. Oh, geez. Bro, there's a bottle opener on the fridge. Don't use your teeth, Jesus. That's what a dude from Thibodeau does. He opens a bottle with his teeth. In a year where bats are juiced, balls are juiced, and they hit the way they did in that bitty ballpark, yes, I think their numbers were inflated, especially against a bad league. But there's a lot of teams that play in small parks and maybe face bad pitching and could have inflated numbers. The example that I give with the SEC is South Carolina. South Carolina plays in a bitty park. We saw that when LSU played there. Ethan Petrie had a monster year, largely just golfing balls out of their tiny park. And the thing I said when LSU played South Carolina was, South Carolina could be a College World Series team if they're a national seed, because they can win their regional and super regional at home. But if they have to go on the road, and once they get to Omaha, their style of ball isn't going to play, because you're not just going to be able to hit fly balls at that field. Now, at the beginning of the College World Series, the wind was blowing out, the ball was flying. You had 3 home runs in each of the first 2 games up there. I think you had 9 home runs, maybe 11 home runs the first weekend, through the first round. And then we've obviously seen it settle as the wind's blown in. So my feeling on Wake is, I think their offense is very good. I just think their offensive approach is they elevate the baseball. They are trying to hit the ball on a line and in the air. And at that park, against speedy outfielders, when the wind's blowing in, that doesn't play. It doesn't play. And so, the sport by sport example I would give you is, if you had I'll give you 2 football examples. If you're a triple option team and you're awesome at that, your offense can be awesome. But if you're down 3 scores in the second half, you need to throw it, it's hard to change what you are. Does that make sense? If you are a pass happy team and the rains come, yeah, whatever you want. Mr. Keith Neal, ladies and gentlemen. The voice of Mr. Keith Neal, anyway. If you're a pass-happy team and the rains come, you're the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints under Drew Brees, Sean Payton are a great example. Awesome on turf, They have to go play we would get the schedule every year and go, okay, where do they have to play in December and January? You go play. It doesn't mean the offense stinks. It just means it's hard to play that style in certain conditions. I think the same is true with Wake. I think they're great hitters. I think they've got a lot of talent. I think their offense is really good. I think their offense didn't translate to that park against dominant pitchers. Had they been playing against less dominant pitching, I think the combination of big ballpark, wind blowing in, dominant pitching, it completely hamstrung their offense because they weren't able to get anything going. So I think that's part of it for sure. Michael Thacker, what's up? Ray Langlois, you want some of this? Get you a Glen Cairn. Freighter Soul, what's going on? Curry, Schaub Hut. Pearson made some clutch plays in left field. Bro, the one that he made, I need to find where it was in the game. The one he made coming in, when he lost it, coming in and slid and kind of made the third out basket catching. Hang on, was that it was in the fourth inning. Costello flied out, Wilkin flied out, Bennett flied out to left, and he came in and kind of made the basket catch sliding. That was in the fourth inning. Yeah, that was in the fourth. Yep, it was the fourth inning. And then the other one that was hold your breath was I don't think it was that one. Was it in the seventh? The fly ball to left field when Pearson just kept drifting back. Was it? It was Corona in the 10th. It was Corona, first batter of the 10th inning. He went oppo to left field. And Pearson just kept going back and back and back and back and back and finally made a catch. Pearson did have a good day defensively. He's been great. Kevin Bantam, Matt, how you feeling, brother? I'm feeling awesome, Kevin. You kidding me? Tigers are going to play for a national championship. I still got 2,100 people hanging out with me. I'm smoking a Cohiba. I'm drinking Van Winkle 12-year Lot B. Life is good, my brother. LSU is going to be playing for a national championship against Florida. Redemption from 2017. I'll probably be at Don Juan with T-Bob celebrating LSU winning game 1. My guess is Ty Floyd goes game 1. That's something we haven't talked a lot about yet, is what LSU does, game 1 and how they do, what the pitching looks like. So, I mean, you did run through tonight. Obviously, Skeins. Hurd ended up throwing 47 pitches. He could pitch for you on Saturday. My guess, though, look, if you had been able to get through this game without Thatcher Hurd, you would have been set up, no doubt, to start Floyd game 1 of the championship series, Hurd game 2 of the championship series, and hope you didn't need a game 3. You'd have been set up for that. Because you threw Hurd today, you could certainly use him in some relief role on Saturday if you need him, or you could give him Friday, Saturday off and let him start Sunday and see how much length he could give you. You also, obviously, look, now you also have to consider when would guys like Ackenhausen and Herring be available again. And the wild card in this for LSU, I'll throw this out there, and I'll give a little hat tip to Patrick Coogan, former Tiger pitcher. And, we were texting last night, and his point I thought was a good one. In that ballpark, with the wind blowing in, the one thing you cannot do is walk people. You can't walk. You can't give them bases. You have to make them hit the ball and earn it offensively. When has LSU gotten in trouble? 6th inning against Wake Forest on Monday. You walk 4 and hit a guy in the inning. You gave them 5 bases in an inning where they scored 2. You basically gave them their 2 runs. You can't do it. I mean, when LSU got in trouble tonight, when Skeins got in trouble in the 8th, when Skeins got in trouble in the top of the 8th, Johnson opened the inning with a walk. Like, you can't give them bases. So, Money is a strike thrower. And to his detriment at times, because he gives up a lot of fly balls and the ball carries at the box, and that has certainly been to his detriment this year. We would all agree on that. But like when you went to Hoover, it was pretty good because it's a big ballpark and you can kind of just, for lack of a better phrase, groove it and get a lot of fly ball outs. What did Ackenhausen say on Tuesday after that game? Tuesday after that game, Ackenhausen said, my changeup was working because I knew I could throw it over the plate, and they weren't with the wind blowing in, they weren't going to get out. They were just going to keep hitting fly balls, and I trust my outfielders go make plays, and they did over and over again. So, Money could be, and now he didn't pitch in the SEC tournament. It was, midweek outings late. McNeese and Northwestern State. Against Northwestern State, he gave you 3 2/3. Against McNeese, he gave you 3. Gave up 3 runs on 6 hits. Not great, but still, he's a guy that will throw strikes, that will get a lot of fly balls, and in that park, it's not a bad thing. So if you're looking at who could be the next guy that can give you some length, probably like that you're not expecting, at that park, it could be Blake Money. And Florida, Florida is very similar in that respect. Now again, if it gets calm and the wind starts blowing out, that's a problem. But LSU and Florida are 1-2 in homers in the SEC. LSU has 138, Florida's got 133. So with Langford and Jack Caggs, like they're very similar in that respect, that they want to elevate the baseball and hit it out. Like LSU and Florida are really the 2 best offensive teams in the league. LSU and Florida 1-2 in slugging. LSU Florida 1-2 in runs scored. LSU Florida 1-2 in hits, 1-2 in RBI. They're tied for first in doubles, Florida 1 in triples, LSU's 2 in triples. Home runs, LSU's 1, Florida's 2. Total bases, LSU 1, Florida 2. You get my point? Like LSU and Florida are very similar offensive teams. Now, Florida sets up their pitching better than LSU does because you're not going to have Skeins. But Floyd against Sproat Saturday, possibility of Hurd against Waldrop on Sunday, and hopefully you hit the ball and you don't need it Monday. That's my hope right now anyway. We can worry about that tomorrow though, bro. Still 2,000 people, 2,029 people. We're at 1,900 likes, 1,929. Yo, give me 71 more likes. Give me 71 more likes. If you're just joining us, y'all, scroll back to the beginning because I did a swan dive into the pool fully dressed earlier, okay? And we didn't even hit the viewer total that I wanted. I was saying we get to 5,000, I do it. I did it at 3,000 because I wanted to do it. But anyway. Ronnie Slayton said Warren Morris home run, Trey Morgan bunt play. How about Warren Morris home run, Tommy White home run? You know what you forget about that Warren Morris game? That everybody forgets about that Warren Morris game? Warren Morris made a ball where he made a play where he made a stop deep in the hole at second and threw out a runner at the plate. Warren Morris gunned down a runner at home from second base in that game as well. People forget, bro. That was an epic game. So Warren had that play as well in the game back in 96. Joshua DeNova said Hudco jingle. Do you really want the Hudco jingle? You know what? I don't even care. Ask and you shall receive.
All you need is hudco.
Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Daniel Treadway said, so much for having a weak bullpen. I would love right now, love to hear from every one of you cowards who are the worst kind of fan. Doesn't make you bad people. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you're a bad kind of fan. Trust me. In the last 5 days, 5 of the last 6 days, I've spent 2 hours here talking to y'all. There's nobody in media that engages more with fans than me. I have a friggin' text line that I pay for. I pay $150 a month for a text line so people can text me. That number I give out on the show, it's at 396-4400. I pay for that text line so the audience can engage via text. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I'm everywhere. Morning Scone, I'm everywhere. All the time. I know what fans are like. I've done this for long enough to know the psychology of fans. And the worst kind of fan, doesn't make you a bad person, makes you a bad fan. The worst kind of fan is the asshole that will sit there and never, ever compliment his team when they do well, or her team, waits for the bad thing and goes, see, they suck. Bullpen sucks. Jordan Thompson sucks. You just win a game in a walk-off. You're going to play for the College World Series. You wait for Alex Milazzo, brilliant game behind the plate. Framing pitches, stealing strikes, blocking up balls, awesome. The one that got away, fuck, I told you, he sucks. Like, you're the worst kind of fan. You're the worst. The worst kind of fan that has crapped on the LSU bullpen all year, waiting for those moments when they come, and they've come, but they come for every single team and every baseball season in the history of ever, and conveniently ignored the development of Paul Skeins, the development of Ty Floyd, who last year literally wouldn't even throw a breaking ball. The development of Thatcher Hurd coming off of injury. Freshman Gavin Guidry, who wasn't even pitching in the fall. Freshman Griffin Herring having the role he has had this year. Nate Ackenhausen going through shoulder and hamstring injuries and giving you what he's gotten. You'll ignore all the things. Losing your top 2 relievers and a guy that was going to be your number 2 starter this year. All y'all that ignore all those things. You ignore the good things they do and wait for the bad things and go, say, I fucking told you. You're the worst kind of fan. Yo. Well, you got to get a knife.
No.
Yeah.
You need a sword. He has one. What sword did you do with that?
I just did it with that long knife. You do it with the long knife. No, let me do it with the long knife.
I'm not getting a long knife.
Erica's got one.
I literally she likes going on a mandolin slicer. I'm just gonna do
I'm going to do it.
I'm gonna do it with a
I'm
knife.
going to do it. Yeah, go get it. I've done it before. Go get it for me. Go give me that long.
I'm gonna do it with a knife.
Erica has broken out. Give me that.
Okay. Here.
Erica has broken out.
It's right here.
No, those. Just one of those.
They're so pretty.
Erica has broken out this. Yes. These were our wedding champagne flutes that we had our wedding toast in. Shout out to Karen and John Jakubak, who gave us these as a wedding gift. Just one of the big long knives, the longest knife you got in the drawer. Wow. We having a party over here now. I'm pouring Van Winkle. We smoking cigars, Cohibas. Erica finna have me break open this Whitehall Lane Block du Nord. Whitehall Lane was fun.
Yeah.
Is this?
It's bubbly.
Is it? Are we sure?
It's bubbly. Yeah.
Are we sure?
It's a bubble.
Err.
3-knife selection. Look at the cork. That's a good
You
one.
opened up
Oh wow.
the long one.
Big one.
No.
That's a bread knife.
It don't matter.
You did not use the bagel knife. You did not use the bagel
You
knife
can't
last
open
time.
a champagne bottle with a bread
Put it
knife.
down.
The bagel knife? Oh god.
Oh, here we go.
I did this.
I know, but it makes me nervous.
You gotta hold it like this. Let everybody see. We should be doing this whenever they win. And you go,
Champagne is so
Well-
much more fun.
That was impressive.
I'll let you know also that
You broke it.
you break it.
That's part of the process.
That's part of the process. So there's
Drew
glass.
has no shoes on out
There's
here.
glass around here somewhere, just as an FYI. Here.
Okay. Well,
And I'm barefoot as well.
Let's do that in the
I
grass
don't
next
show
time.
that
We don't
part
go in the
of the
grass. I know that.
Well, Erica, you better get out here with the blower and get all that cleaned up.
You know, like you do that.
All right. Ashley, Megan, what's going on? Huh?
So, I don't
Well, because we live in Louisiana, you right?
know.
It's June in Louisiana. You knew? Matthew Harvey. Odds on repeating next year with the transfer portal. Matthew, can we win this one first, please? Like, excuse me.
Sorry. Seriously.
I'm doing a show, and I still got 1,800 people watching. It is still a lot.
Man, I always talk to you
If-
on the shows.
You talk to me during the show and engage the audience.
I'm talking to you right now.
Well, I'm talking to the audience.
Ask you, Rob.
We can do Ask E-Rock, but if you do, you better come over here.
Not gonna.
Golf South said Hudco is in the whole state. It is. Hudco was started in Shreveport by Jeff and Sherry Hudson. Shout out, hence Hudco. Bossier, to be specific, not Bossier. But statewide. And Terrio and Richard Tilley brought me on about 2.5 years ago, and I am thrilled to be a part. So y'all know where to find me. Kurt Taylor, all right. Some people are calling for Ask E-Rock. Let's see. Ben Thompson said, I need that glass. We had the same one. My wife broke one when cutting the cake. Been mad about it for 17 years. Bengal Tiger, 62 degrees in Northern Virginia. Now, Eugene Sutherland said a real gangster would have kept on the Hudco hat while taking the dip. I'm with you, Eugene, but I knew I was coming back, and I wanted to put the hat back on for the duration of this broadcast, so that's why I took it off. And I have plenty of spare, but I think they're in my car and different parts of the house, so it just was easier just to take it off. So, all right, what we got? Googe, what's up? Fill the Glen to the rim with a lot B. Well, look, Googe, we're getting low, man. So I'm gonna save the rest of it for when the Tigers win the Natty. So when they win the Natty, I will polish off the lot B. How about that? Let's see. Scott Salvage, do you like baseball more than football? Scott, I mean, I think if you're born down here, everybody loves football. Like, it's just your thing, right? I mean, I gave up playing baseball when I got to my sophomore year of high school to focus more on football. So, no, I mean, football is, I think, everybody's first love. And, I mean, I love baseball. I do. And Erica hates that I love it because I watch games all the time and it's always on the TV. That I love baseball. You hate that I love baseball? It's so long.
He was like, I like this baseball game tonight. It's good. I like the LSU baseball games. I don't like the Yankees. I like the Yankees.
You don't like on Tuesday nights when I'm watching them play McNeese and shit.
No, I don't like that either. But you're not as like volatile as you are when you're watching like these games. So I need
Well, that's because the midweek games don't matter. That's why I'm not volatile when I watch midweek games. Midweek games are all a feeling out process to learn about your team. So in the postseason, you know who you trust when you sort of shrink down your bullpen. Jordan Davis, why would you do that if y'all are barefoot? Well, Jordan, I'm barefoot because I jumped in the pool, but I do have flip-flops right there, so it's all good. Right. Rick Hess, what's going on? Carly Woodard. Any more? Is it Mark Berger said it's Hudco in Mandeville. Stay. If you need, Mark, you got an issue in Mandeville, shout, like, holler, bro. We have boots on the ground all over the state. So yes, we absolutely have people in Mandeville. North Shore represent. All right. Bengal Tiger, lots of frogs. Do you get tadpoles? I have no idea. Probably yes. I would assume yes.
No, those are the green tree frogs making that noise.
Tadpoles, Erica. Tadpoles in the water.
Oh, yeah, probably. Tadpoles are ribbit.
Tadpoles that grow into frogs?
Oh, they ribbit, tadpoles.
Right, but tadpoles become frogs.
Right, yeah. So what they guys say?
Said, here's the frogs, y'all have tadpoles.
Yeah. They're turtles, so I don't
Jason Tarver asked E-Rock, is there any way Skeins can give you something if you need it on Monday? They can't hear
I don't
you.
understand what was
They-
the big deal from the pitch tonight. I
they-
mean, he pitched Monday night. He
they-
hadn't pitched in 4 days.
They can't hear you way over there. For sure can't hear you way over there.
And then he comes in.
I said said that, I don't understand the big deal. Where's the camera?
You're good.
Here,
Yeah,
here.
you're good right
I
there.
don't understand the big deal of why it was like, is he going to pitch tonight? He hasn't pitched in 4 days. Well, what's the big deal?
So starters have a routine. Starting pitchers have a
Okay.
routine, and they in college, like if you're a Friday night pitcher, you pitch every Friday, so you have 6 days rest, and you have
Okay.
a full routine to go through that.
Got it.
Sometimes we see them pitch on 5 days rest, like you pitch on a Friday, and if the next series starts on a Thursday, you can go Friday to Thursday, so you're on 5 days rest, you pitch on the 6th day. This was 4 days rest, you're pitching on the 5th day, so it's 2 days shorter rest than what he normally
Was
gets.
his arm tired?
Well, it didn't look like it, did it?
No, that's what I'm saying.
He sure
So, yeah,
went
he
out
can
there and
pitch.
did
When's he playing? When do we need to play again? Saturday?
Saturday.
Okay, you can pitch Saturday.
He's not going to pitch Saturday at all.
Your hair's so long.
He threw 120 pitches.
Look at him. And you don't have a hat on. I'm like, who's that guy sitting next to that? Yeah, so what was the question?
They call that winkle rest.
Oh, ooh.
This one, right? Yes.
So in the bigs, they pitch every 5th day.
Okay.
So you get what he did today, you get 4 days rest, you pitch on the 5th day.
Huh.
So
That's
that,
really good.
oh, awesome.
Really good.
Awesome.
It's a good bubble.
Odds that Erica breaks that champagne flute. I'm going to
I'm
say,
not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say 86.4%.
No. Because it's my first drink of the night. Like, I'll just,
Pat Smith asked E-Rock for the weekend prediction.
So we're playing Florida?
Florida,
Saturday, Sunday, Monday? Or no, we're going to win Saturday, Sunday.
Just
and be
Saturday and
done.
Sunday. Just,
Saturday, Sunday. Prediction? What is like, who's winning? Us? Scores or no?
sure.
Okay, who's going to pitch Saturday?
Probably Ty Floyd.
When's the last game you pitched? Yesterday?
He threw on Monday.
Monday?
He threw on Monday against Wake Forest when they lost 3-2.
Well, why were you pitching him? I mean, why would we?
All right, someone was asking to play the game-winning homer call. All right, here it is from LSU Sports Radio Network. Here you go. Here's the game-winning call. Well, here you go. That's not it. Oh, that was yesterday. Never mind. That was yesterday. Let's see if they have today yet. Nope, they don't have today up yet. Sorry. They don't have today's call posted yet. When they if they post it while we're here. Love it. Thank you, Johnny Lombardi. Screen grab, love it. Man, I would love it if y'all would like retweet, share the
You have, babe? How many likes?
2,096 likes. Love it.
Viewers right now.
1,753.
I logged in as Sophia and put a like in as well.
Love it. Love it. Like. I'll steal them. Ben McDonald should have been in the broadcast. We had Kyle Peterson on the broadcast. So Ben's back home now. Kyle Vaughn, why is there enough of a break between the semis and the final to ensure both teams can throw their ace? So Kyle, it's the benefit of staying in the winner's bracket. That's the advantage you get. It used to be they have basically taken 2 rest days out because because it used to be so long. It ended up being a 2-week event, and it was not. It was long. It was long for TV. It was long for fans there. It was fairer because you could rest your pitching staff, but they shrunk it 2 years ago because of that. It just was too long of an event. So like in 2017 when LSU was there, they had 2 more rest days built in, and the championship series was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now the championship series is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Where are we? Hal Jubin asked E-Rock, after the NCAA announcement today, should LSU have kept Will Wade?
Yes, I want Will Wade back. Bring the general back.
I don't think people understand the reason that the punishments were lessened was because they fired Will Wade. That's what the NCAA wanted all along. They just wanted Will Wade fired. And so they fired Will Wade, and that was the sort of the peace offering. That was the pound of flesh that the NCAA wanted. So LSU fired Will Wade to protect football. I've literally been saying this for 6 years. Well, 2019. 4 years. I've literally been saying this for 4 years. That's why the NCAA kept holding the 2012 Adal Alexander thing. They kept holding that over LSU's head as leverage to make sure Will Wade got fired. That's what this was. They wanted Will Wade fired. So ultimately, they got Will Wade fired, and all right, probation. That's all they wanted. So that's what it is. If LSU had just kept Will Wade and refused to fire him, they would have hammered him with a show cause, and they'd have had to fire him and all that shit.
Wow. Bring him back.
Okay.
The general.
Randall Offreck said Hurd couldn't throw strikes. Now he's a great pitcher. Again, the thing that talked about a lot during the year that a lot of people sort of just ignored was the fact that Thatcher Hurd was coming off a back injury, and it was very clear that he was hesitant because of his back injury. And once he got healthy and really started to let it rip and work through it, he's been awesome since. Thank God they pulled Massey. Boy was dealing. But he let a runner on in scoring position, or he let Dylan Cruz on base, and you knew what was coming behind him with White and Morgan, who had already seen Massey at that point. And I get it. You go to your closer, who's an All-American and the best closer in the country, or All-American closer and all that stuff, and you go with your best. Like, you don't mess around. They didn't. They went to their best guy and their best.
I think Trey Morgan
Excuse
needs
me.
more props. You just said Trey Morgan's name. Made me think of it. I think he needs more props than he usually gets. Don't you think? He did phenomenal.
I think he gets plenty of props.
Do you think?
Yes, tons. Ray Lusto, credit coach Wanaka for positioning the outfielders in the tournament. Ray talked about that earlier. Good to bring it back up though. In the in-game interview against Tennessee on Saturday, Jay Johnson said Wanaka is the best. He's the best in the world at positioning outfielders. That's the way Jay said it, and hard to argue against because man, they have sure had some great fortune. I don't even want to say fortune. They've just had guys aligned perfectly here in the outfield.
Hey, question. No one got hit by the ball tonight?
Who is that?
Linda and Squirrel.
Huh?
Danae's parents.
Oh. Danae's parents said Eric is doing a good job of getting me aggravated.
I bet that was not Linda and Squirrel.
That was just
him.
no, that was
Linda would
Linda.
not say that.
That wasn't Craig. That was
Linda
Linda.
would never say it.
It was Linda.
It was not Linda.
It was LL on the
No,
little.
that was Squirrel told her to type it. I wouldn't say that about me. Oh, Matt, nobody got hit tonight. The other night, too, last night, was it last night or the night before? It was like every other pitch they were getting hit. What's up with that?
Their pitcher tonight was really good.
Okay,
He's
so
probably going to be a top 10 pick in the
It
draft.
was because their pitcher last night was not very good?
Got it.
No, seriously. I'm
Nailed
asking.
it.
I'm asking.
Yep.
Stop.
Stinks.
Why were they getting hit?
Jerry DeLucky watched the end of the game from. Whoops, lost it. Jerry, I lost it, Jerry. I lost you, Jerry. Oh man, there's a lot of comments here. I'm gonna go quicker so we can get to this. Oh, Jerry, where are you? Jerry, I'm sorry, man. Your comment is buried way down here. Sorry. Brandon Mall said E-Rock's trying to coach Stanford and run those pitchers out every 3 days. Let's see. D. Ransom to Matt. I want to thank you for all of your service throughout the years. Doing your show daily. With all you went through years ago for all the Tiger faithful, you're a true testament of a Tiger. How about that? Nice to hear the good things.
That was nice.
Most of the time when people reach out, it's just to curse me out.
Yeah.
It's like I would say it's like being a manager at a restaurant. Like, nobody ever emails me to say, no, I shouldn't say nobody. Man, I really enjoy your show. Great job. Usually it's, why don't you talk about this? You suck. I disagree with that. Why do you hate the blah, blah, blah. That's usually what you get.
Yeah. She's doing people reach out about.
Yeah, it's like the manager at a restaurant. Like, no one ever calls the manager over to say, we had a great meal. Service was fantastic. The food was brilliant. It was perfect. Food was cold. My waiter sucked.
Yeah.
You spilled steak juice all over my head and shirt.
Yeah.
That was that one time.
I won't mention the restaurant,
He won't let it go.
but there was one place in this town I will never patronize again because the 4 people sitting right here went to a restaurant where they serve everything on boards, which might give it away for those who know. And when they were bringing out our entree, which was a steak board. The server held it over my head and clumsily tilted it, and all of the steak juice stuff poured all over me. And everyone here will validate that is not an exaggeration. It wasn't just like a little drop. Shit was all over me. Head, face, shirt, lap, everywhere. They didn't so much as buy us a round of drinks. Not only did they not pick up our meal, didn't even, like, I think they might have given me a towel. Maybe. Is that what happened? They gave me a towel to wipe all of the steak juice all off of my body and my shirt, my pants. I'm like, fuck that. I will never go to that place again. I want to call out the name of it right now. I'm probably not gonna, because that group has a lot of really good restaurants, but that place I will never go again, ever.
Okay, let's move on.
The restaurant where they serve things on boards. Be careful when they put your steak board down for you, because if they spill it all over you, you ain't getting shit comped. You're just gonna sit there and stink in your filth.
Applebee's.
Yeah, it wasn't Applebee's, dog. Trust me. It wasn't Applebee's. Phil Smith, Telly Rock start rain dancing for Saturday.
Rain dancing, what is that?
They want to
Oh,
push me.
what time is the game? What time is it?
Cliff Nelson, Ask E-Rock, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Ask E-Rock, what's more important, scoring against Florida or stopping them from scoring?
I don't know anything about Florida's baseball team. Do they score a lot of runs?
Yes.
A lot of chings?
A lot of cha-chings.
I think our defense is very good. So I think it's us scoring runs.
Wait, someone said they tagged me on the video call of the final thing.
I think our
Okay,
defense
here it is. Wait, we got it. All right. And he hit the piss out of it, too. All right, here you go. Here it is. Here's the game-winning call.
Tommy White leads it high and deep to left field. Costello to the wall. It's on here. Walk it off. Tommy White. Home run number 23. And LSU is moving on. Wake Forest is headed home.
Doug Thompson literally ran out of the booth. Doug took off his headset and ran out of the booth. I got to talk to the Duggar, though. The thing about Duggar is a chief offender of shut up color guy. Doug's brilliant. I love him. He's great on the call. But you got to stop stepping on the play-by-play man. And if LSU wins the national championship, I can't have Doug stepping on the call. I got to talk to my guy. I love him. He's awesome on the calls. I love him. But you can't step on a game-winning call. You can't do it. You got to let that moment. That moment lives forever, right?
How do you step on it?
Well, the ball's
They
hit.
just ran
He
out.
goes, "Get out of here, ball!" Like. You gotta let the play-by-play man do his thing. You gotta let the play-by-play man do his thing. Anyway, but I love Doug. He's awesome.
He's really nice to Drew, too.
Like, I love Doug Thompson.
Yeah.
I love him. Not only like as a color analyst, he's magnificent on the broadcast, and as a person, he's even better. I am being nice. What? Erica's like, be nice. I am being nice. You just can't step on a call. You can't step on a championship winning call, Erica.
Got it.
You can't do it because that lives forever. People gonna listen to championship calls forever, for the history of time. You can't step on it. You gotta let you. I told and listen, when I was calling Calic High beating Rummel, I literally turned off Greg Brando's mic because when they went for the game winning field goal, like no time, like final play of the game, kicking the game winning field goal, I turned his mic off. I was like, you ain't saying. I'll turn it back on after. And he was great. But can't let that happen for show. Not in a championship call, for show. Right?
Right.
Got to get 2 wins, though. Got to get 2 wins for it to happen. Let's see. Ryan Slayton, Ask E-Rock, lemon cookies for Tommy White.
Absolutely. He doesn't. Tommy White.
Trey Potan said, I love the feed. Seems like you have the whole family involved. Was that Drew is sleeping, I'm guessing. It's 11 o'clock at night. These are our friends, Keith and Danae. By the way, get him off of my TV.
Big brother. I don't know how to change the channel.
It's not going to change it. You need to go get your phone and change it. Let's see. Guidry has to come in again on Saturday's energy is massive. I think you have a legit chance. I think you could. I think you will see Guidry. Hurd, I don't think you see Saturday. So I think you go Floyd, Guidry, Cooper. I think that's how Jay's going to play this. He's going to go Floyd, Guidry, Cooper. If you have a chance in a safe situation, you go Floyd, Guidry, Cooper. Let's see. Rieger's 13-19. Matt, how does losing Wes Johnson have in getting elite arms to commit or transfer? Honestly, patio, yes. So I think Wes Johnson's a great pitching coach, and the players love Wes Johnson. But Jay is the recruiter, and he's already rolling. Oh.
What do you want?
I'm sorry,
She was loving my banner, and I said, I know, she forgot how to put that down there.
Erica. We got an ASCII rock.
Okay. What do you want me to put on?
Carly Woodard, put it on 35. Put it on ESPN. Carly Woodard said ASCII rock.
I got to show you Drew's first party after stop. Yes.
Or put it on 36. 36 is good. There you go. Carly Woodard said ASCII rock. I'm 5 months pregnant. Can I get some cookies?
Absolutely. What kind of cookies would you like?
All right, let us know. You're in. Trivia's not going to be happy about that.
Reese was loving them, and Jane, they were all loving them.
Kyle Milliken, ASCII rock. Did Matt swan dive or belly flop?
That looks like a belly flop to me. I was watching
You have to
it.
understand, it's 3 feet
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
Yeah, you can't dive.
It's 3, like at the shallow end, at the middle of our pool, it's 5 feet at the deepest.
Yeah.
It's 3 feet on the end and it goes down to 5 feet in the middle. I jumped from the end where it's 3 feet and we have bar stools in the pool. Like, I had to
It's like
clear.
an intentional belly flop. You have to raise your hand out here.
I don't want to
Yeah,
butt in.
yeah, he does.
Yeah, thank you. Having watched it, I thought it was not a belly flop. It was a shallow dive.
It's a shallow dive.
There was
Erica,
no slap on the water.
Can you please go get me my butane? It's next to my whiskey. It's a little silver can with a top on it.
It's like an aerosol can.
Yes, nailed it. Matthew Harvey, with baseball becoming more popular in Louisiana at the youth level, LSU get better local talent. Yes. I don't think people really truly understand the asset that traction baseball is for LSU. It's ridiculous, the level of coaching and play that they get and the talent development. Yes. The answer to that question is 100% yes. Absolutely yes. Thank you, Erica.
You're welcome.
It's not going to go well.
Pete Thamel's head's going to explode when LSU hires Will Wade. Pete Thamel and Pat Forty. Randall said you think grown men wouldn't get so deep in their feelings and want a grown man fired so bad. I'm with you, Randall, but the real key on that is more than anything, it wasn't so much that as it was the real visceral reaction. If you're talking about like Pat Forty and Thamel and those guys, it was the visceral reaction from LSU fans. What the hell? Come on, man.
That won't work.
Hang on. Oh, I should have
Would
enough
you
in
like
there.
the kitchen lighter? Candle lighters?
No, this will work.
Do it for you.
Let me see. Oh, I already did that one. Hang on one sec. Is LSU men's basketball going to be good soon? I hope so. Steven, I don't think my heart can handle being an LSU fan for much longer. Samuel Murphy, ASCII rock. Fall weddings, yes or no?
Fall? I mean, the football it really is a big damper. But, you know.
And hunting season.
And
All right, Ronnie Dugat, thank you, man.
no fall weddings. Spring. Or winter. Winter's fine. Okay.
LSU sway, did you already talk about the 37 wins vacated by LSU football? No, I haven't. We've been talking mostly baseball. I think vacated wins are stupid. It serves no purpose. I think the real significance of that is Les Miles, his Hall of Fame credentials take a real hit with that because his winning percentage now drops to like 560. Otherwise, I think he would be a national championship head coach. He won a title, played for another, had a winning percentage at LSU, nearly 800. His career winning percentage was like 650. What's going on with that thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, Eric, I need the other lighter. I think we have one in that drawer, actually. I think there's a blue one right in that drawer.
Oh, they have a bunch.
Lauren Fornera
Hey, Lauren.
said, wait, Erica. She said, much love to you and the queen of the house. Go Tigers.
Aw, thanks, Lauren.
So Lauren Fornera, by the way, shout out, was Lauren, I don't know what the title would be. I don't think I would call you a wedding planner, but the reception planner. So when Erica and I got married, we had our wedding reception at the Camelot Club, which of course at the top of the old Bank One Chase building, which is now they're making them into condos. And Lauren was epic. Like, you want to talk about a total like rock star, lifesaver, the best in the history of the world at her job. I would sing that girl's praises, that woman's praises, high and low to the end of the earth. She was awesome. And if you ever need a job, y'all hire Lauren. Or if anyone how would I say that? Someone should hire her. I don't think she needs a job, but if she did, you should hire her. Carly wants to know how to claim her cookies. Where does tonight rank your all-time LSU memories? Boy, that's tough. You're gonna have to give me some time, man. You got to give me some time to really consider that. Look, there's great dramatic moments. Yeah, but really, the things that stand out are championships. So, like, if you ask me the greatest LSU moments, man, like, you know, the 2019 season, being in the Dome in 2003 when LSU beat Oklahoma to win its first national title in 45 years, being in Omaha for the entire College World Series in 2000, watching LSU beat Stanford. Those are the things that stand out. When we're all spoiled, y'all, as fans. We're spoiled because we've seen LSU have a tremendous amount of success in so many sports, and the things that stand out are always the championships more than anything else. So this was awesome. I mean, this will always rank up there, but it will be somewhat muted if they don't win it, right? I mean, that's sort of the thing with 2017. Like, we revere the 2017 team. They were awesome. Like 2011 football. Like, unfortunately, that amazing season, to a degree, is how amazing that team was, how awesome that season is somewhat muted because of how it finished. So, if the reason we still talk so with such deference of the 2019 Alabama game or 2019 Texas, the 3rd and 17, is because they went on to win the national championship. I mean, at the time, LSU Alabama 9-6 in overtime was the game of the century. How many people, like, we still love that game, LSU won it and all that stuff, but really, it's a memory of a part of a season that's attached to what happened on January 9th, 2012. 4 days before Eric and I got married. Michael Clark asked E-Rock, does LSU break 50,000 Jello shots by the end of the championship series?
Where are we now?
Oh, they're closing on 30. And by the way,
Absolutely.
that is a no-doubter, because the amount of LSU fans that are going to absolutely descend upon Omaha this weekend is going to be batshit crazy, because people do, like, I've learned this over the years. People en masse either go the opening weekend because you're guaranteed to see 2 games,
Well, this weekend.
or you wait to see if they make it to the championship series and then you go. I remember in 2000 being up there. We stayed the whole week in 2000. It was awesome. Went to literally every, not just LSU's game, we went to every game of the World Series. And that, like, the night before the championship game, we had sat in the front row for every game of the entire college, front row of right field, which was GA at General Mission at Rosenblatt. And we drove by the stadium Friday night, and there were already people lined up. We're like, shit, we're not going to get our seats. So we went and slept outside Rosenblatt Stadium the night before to get our seats. So, like, and that whole night, people just kept showing up. Like, they had driven through the night and just showed up for the game. Like, I love the story. One of them was Jack Warner, the walk-ons guy. Drove through the night, showed up. If you go watch, I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again for the benefit of those that haven't heard it. If you watch the Ray Wright catch, or look at the shot of the Ray Wright catch, there's a dude covered in paint. So there's a guy covered in paint who's reaching out his hat trying to catch the ball. Go look up the Ray Wright catch, the still shot of Ray getting the ball over the wall, and there's an LSU fan head to toe in purple and gold paint holding out his hat trying to get the ball. So that dude, we're sleeping outside of Rosenblatt, sometime middle of the night, early morning, daybreak, he comes stumbled up and he is piss-ass drunk. There was a dumpster right outside of right field, and he just climbed into the dumpster and fell asleep on the trash for a few hours.
Oh my God.
He just passed out. He just needed a place to lay. So he comes to, and Jack Warner's here at this point. I have pictures of this, by the way. I have visual proof. We have pictures of this. We had gone to the grocery store. We went to a Kmart and bought a white bed sheet and house paint. Purple and gold. It was like plum and canary yellow house paint. And we painted a big Go Tigers on the bed sheet. And in between innings, we'd hang it over the wall. And we got on TV a ton. Anyway, we were young. I think that's 23 years ago. But so old boy wakes up out of the dumpster, and he's still drunk. And Jack Warner starts fucking with him. And he's like, I bet you wouldn't let these guys paint you. Well, this is house paint, okay? This isn't like finger paint. This is house paint. And my dad tells this guy, he's like, hey man, this isn't a good idea. Like, this could clog your pores. Like, you could suffocate maybe. And he's like, no, man, I feel safe. And so Jack's egging him on, like, you P word, you won't do it. You won't do whatever. So my buddy Ben paints this kid, like, does the LSU logo on his chest and on his back and all, like, paints his face, paints this dude. So he ends up in the Ray Wright picture. Thank God he didn't get the ball. But so anyway, fast forward 5 years. LSU plays Georgia in the SEC football championship game. It was the one when DJ Shockley went off. Jamarcus got hurt, unfortunately, and we got our butts kicked. But I'm at that game. Game ends, sucks. We get our ass kicked. We're leaving, walking back toward the car. And some guy, an LSU fan, stops me. And he's like, hey, man, do you have a cell phone? This is 2005. Not everybody had a cell phone at this time, oddly enough. He's like, man, do you have a cell phone? I can't find my ride. I can't find my friends, whatever. Do you have a cell phone I could use? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I stop, and I let him make the call. And I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, this guy looks familiar. Like, I recognize this guy. I can't place it, but I recognize this guy. I'm like, God, this guy looks familiar. And anyway, so he hangs up the phone. I'm like, bro, I'm so, like, what's your name? Do I know you? Like, I feel like I've met you before. He tells me it doesn't ring a bell. So we just start talking, and then finally it snapped. Like, it just, and I was like, he's like, bro, were you at the College World Series in 2000? I went, dude, we painted you. He goes, and he loses it. He goes, bro, it took 2 weeks to get that off. He goes, I had to use gasoline on my skin to get that paint off. Dude, Paint Boy. The legend of
Where's
Paint
the
Boy.
photo?
They're all in my office.
Can I go get them? Like, where?
So there's if you look where the Cal Ripken helmet is, to the left, there's like a white box with a bunch of loose photos. There's like 2 stacks. It's in there somewhere. It might be on the top, but those photos are in there. Like, you can. No, it's not a shoe box. It's a box you gave me. I mean, I don't put shit in boxes. You put shit in boxes. Anyway, yeah, it's in there. Bro, you should see when we packed to go on vacation, bro.
You love boxes.
Paint Boy. Hashtag Paint Boy. Gas is a great paint solvent, guaranteed. That was it, Jason. That dude, y'all, I mean, could I really make up that story in that amount of detail? I don't think I could make up that story in that amount of detail. Incredible. Matthew, you remember the Joker at Don Juan's UAB game? Oh, Jesus Christ. That's it? I think that's it. Let me see.
It's probably on the top, because you always...
Are there loose pictures? Yeah, it's in the loose pictures. Somewhere in the loose pictures. Not that. It's somewhere in those loose
Okay,
pictures.
I'm gonna find it.
There's a lot of loose pictures. Here, give it.
Hey, you're doing a show. We'll find it. Today, we'll see. This is going to be the guy I painted?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're at a baseball game? I mean, you're in, like, the baseball stadium?
Yeah.
Look, there's no naughty pictures in here, Matt.
There are naughty pictures.
Dude, Janine doesn't see anything over there.
You got a lot of college pictures in there, so I don't know what you got. I'm sure you got.
He has a picture of my sister. Huh?
We used to take
They're like,
pictures.
here's a picture of him and Lauren, like when Lauren was cheering for LSU. And that's so, but we didn't know me. And that's so weird.
We used to take pictures.
You're the hot spring.
Are there so many Tennessee pictures?
We used to take pictures with whoever was like a good-looking girl. We get in the stadium so early.
Why so many Tennessee pictures?
That was 1999. I was actually thinking about going to school at Tennessee. And there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Give me that. Give me that one too. I think there's a couple.
Okay. This is not it. This is
No, not that. That was Tommy.
I know.
What?
I haven't got those. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
the
give me
bed
those. Those are
sheet.
them.
I am.
Oh, but it's a sheet. It's a
Give me
sheet.
that one.
Here,
Yep.
those are all three of them.
So-
That's all it is. See, I knew you're on the top.
Crow.
Why would one take a picture of that?
What? Let me see. What?
Why would one take a picture of that?
That's where I lived in Minnesota. That was the basement of someone's house that I lived in when I did sales that summer. We didn't have stuff. We just woke up, went to work, came home, went to sleep. So this is the bed sheet. That's the bed sheet. That's me and Ben and my dad and my brother. So we painted the bed sheet. This was painting the bed sheet, and the paint went through the sheet and stayed on the ground outside of Rosenblatt. I was told for years. My dad went back in like 03, I think, and it was still there. Here's Paint Boy.
That's so crazy.
There it is. Proof positive. Paint Boy. So here's Jack Warner, who was egging him on. This was a big drunk guy who drank all night, and that was us painting Paint Boy. I'm not in this because I took this picture. I have more. I have more of us painting, of the actual action of painting him. Anyway, Paint Boy, real thing.
You and all your old girlfriends up in here. That's for show.
You want me to talk about your ex-husband?
Matt.
Huh?
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I just said ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, pick that fight.
Jeez, I'm not picking a fight. My God.
I'm trying to.
I'm not.
I'm never the instigator, but you better believe I'm gonna fight back.
Lord Jesus.
Ask E-Rock, Ben McDonald or Paul Skeins?
I'm Paul Skeins for sure.
Ask E-Rock, Old Rip 10 or Lot B?
Old Rip 10.
This is Lot B. It's
Lot
12.
B.
That's 12 year. Yeah. Rip 10 is 10 year. Let's see.
Want any ice cream?
Edward O. Nuss bus driver said. Edward O. Nuss bus driver said Scone got a good buzz. I don't think y'all understand. I ain't got a buzz.
No, he's not drunk.
Like whiskey to me is like water.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I drink so much whiskey, it doesn't. I just drink it because I enjoy it. 2 ounces of whiskey ain't gonna get me buzzed, bro. I'll tell you that much. I gotta drink a damn lot more whiskey than that. Paul Moroner in OKC. What's up? LSU 4321. That's a wild story, Scone. Carly Woodard said, "Please give me my cookies."
Huh?
She said, "I won't tell anybody where you live. Please give me my cookies."
I will. Which cookie she wants to
Which one do you want, Carly? Message me, Carly. Eric will make you cookies.
She said chocolate.
Okay.
Chocolate.
Like the chocolate chip.
Yeah.
She just said baby loves chocolate.
Oh, baby loves chocolate. Okay.
All right. Trivia Carter. E-Rock giving up cookies to everybody not named Trivia.
Trivia, guess what? You're gonna get 2 Hershey bars this year. The
You
number
ain't
9,
sending
she's
that
got the
man
wrappers
nothing.
done. She's got the nine-year wrappers done for his Hershey.
Why are y'all
bars.
looking through all of my
I'm
pictures?
trying to find the other one, Matt.
Lord.
You said there was more of the paintings.
I'm not. I'm just looking at.
You just look, yeah, didn't just looking at pictures. What do you got in there? I don't know. I don't know what's in there.
Stadiums. There's a
that Nicholls
lot of
State?
football stadiums.
That was Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
There was in that 2000 College World Series,
of
there was a full day that got rained out. And we drove to Lincoln, which was less than an hour away. So we went to Lincoln, and they leave the football stadium open in Lincoln. Like anybody can just go run around on the field. So we went to the gift shop, bought a football, and went to play football on the field at Nebraska. It was pretty cool. All right. We might be done. All right, I think we might be done. Ask E-Rock, Paint Boy or Sugar Ray?
What's?
Sugar Ray, the singer?
Yeah, but like why
I
are we comparing those
just
two? That's a
want
random
to fly. I don't know.
Sugar Ray.
Dylan Ward said, I hate how this guy is famous, literally has the worst takes.
Who?
Me, I guess.
Oh, Dylan's not a fan.
Oh, God.
These are
Um,
cups. This is Valley.
Let's see. You were this close to painting LSU's very own Bartman. Close. I know. Close.
Look at Valley. Look how cute. That was his first boxer.
All right. E-Rock is the dream. Father John David Mathern. E-Rock is the dream bride for a priest and LSU fan. Girl knows no fall weddings.
Oh, I thought. Okay. Yeah.
He wasn't coming on to you, Eric.
No, I
He was-
didn't think that. I just meant like.
Ryan Slayton asked E-Rock, if LSU wins the Natty, will you and Matt hold hands and cannonball into the pool?
Yes.
LSU Sway Game Coin News asking the question. Mailer's out of town. We're meeting on June 28th when he gets back. So today's the 22nd, so 6 days. I'll have some news for you when we meet. Ashley Megan said, ask E-Rock, drink of choice.
Right now we have some bubbles going from Napa. They're delicious.
Buddha Cheese said, oh, so Matt's a tough guy. He doesn't get buzzed. No, I get buzzed and I get drunk. I'm just not going to get buzzed on 2 ounces of whiskey. There's a big difference.
You get more drunk on
If
wine.
you had been here on Sunday, I drank a lot of tequila on Father's Day, and boy, I had a good time. But not on 2 ounces of whiskey. Yes, well, I do that no matter what. I'm down for that whenever. I dance on my radio show.
Pictures. Like I don't see any other.
Daily College Football said hi to your wife.
Hi.
All right. Matthew Stansberry, shout out Matt for calling a big moment for Tommy White on live radio in front of God and everybody.
Oh, look at us, babe. We're so young. I was not even engaged.
How about that?
No, it wasn't even engaged.
I did. We did. We talked on AFR today. I pulled up, had all of his stats against Wake Forest from last year when he was at NC State, and we talked about how this was kind of his time for his moment in this College World Series. Musso and I did talk about that in the 5 o'clock hour today. Dylan Ward, Elijah Craig, barrel proof or larceny, barbell proof. I think it's barrel proof. Elijah Craig. I think we're done. Bengal Tiger, ask E-Rock, red or white wine?
White. Red.
Kyle
no.
Vaughn said, thanks for a reliable post-game as always. You got it. Craig Dugat, no, said Old Weller Antique is greater than Weller 12. Fight me. I'm not going to fight you, Craig. What I would do is I would trade you all of my Old Weller Antique for your Weller 12. I would gladly trade you. If you have Weller 12, I've got Weller 107, and I would gladly trade you. Just let me know. Let me know, Baw. Boot up, Baws. Baby Bobby said, thank you, Matt, for all the fun the past few nights. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Wouldn't be fun without y'all here. Brandon Frederick said, you got her started. Don't get a wife into printed photos of things you can't remember from 25 years ago. Could be dangerous.
I'm not being. I'm just joking.
I
about it.
genuinely don't care at all.
I could
She
care
can look
less.
at every photo in there.
I'm just laughing at like how old these are. I'm just trying to find. I don't see any other painting pictures.
Carly said he rocked for president.
Oh, thanks, Carly.
Look at Jerry DeLucky. Watched from a restaurant bar in San Antonio. Let everybody know what happened when Tommy Tanks walked it off. I was loud, and a group bought me drinks. I love it.
You're so young. Look how cute we
Brandon
are.
Frederick, Old Elk,
Yeah,
double
here.
weeded. Have you had it? I have. I've had all the Old Elks. They're
You seen that
magnificent.
one?
Was that our...
No, I think we're just going to Rufino's.
I thought that's when we got engaged. No?
No, I was wearing something different. I was wearing a red, like, one shoulder dress. We have a picture of it.
Ken McAllister, what's up, Coach Ken? Good to see you. He said, nice job, Matt. Seriously, I don't care. She can look at every... I think that's what you're referring to. She can look at whatever she wants.
I don't,
I
yeah,
don't-
there ain't
I don't
nothing
care.
in here.
Coach Ken was my baseball coach when we were,
Oh,
what was
really?
it, 6th,
Oh,
7th
wow.
grade. Alan C. Weekend shows planned for the radio. Thank you for asking. So, Alan, here's the plan. Haven't even told Erica this yet. Saturday and Sunday, we are going to have radio pregame for the games. So, Saturday's game starts at 6. Network pregame at 5:30. So, we will do the pregame show on radio, 104.5 and Eagle 98.1, and live on YouTube starting at 4 o'clock. Sunday, first
doing
pitch
them?
is 2 o'clock. Don't know yet. So network pregame is 1:30. We will do the pregame show on radio and YouTube starting at noon. So we will have radio and YouTube pregame shows Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday for the Ethessa, of course, is just our daily lineup shows. Old Elk Cigar Cut had it at Scone and Tea over at Oliver Twist a few weeks ago. It was phenomenal. Bengal Tiger, after the game with y'all is great. Thank you. Thank you. Russell Clark, thanks, Matt. Enjoyed the last few nights. Appreciate y'all. Thomas Sapinza, favorite whiskey under $100. Well, it's a trick question because there's a lot of great things under $100. You just can't get them. There's a lot of allocated whiskeys that retail for less than $100. Weller 12 is less than $100. It
Eagle
retails
Nuts are
for
rare.
like $60. Eagle Rare is $25, hard to find.
Eagle Nuts are
So if you're talking about whiskey under $100 that you can find anywhere, I would probably tell you the Whistle Pig 10-year. That is a rye whiskey, and it's probably running about $80, and it's magnificent. It's the thing that got me into rye whiskey. So if you're looking for something expensive, but you can find great whiskey for $20. You can find great whiskey.
What, $20?
Elijah Craig Small Batch is $24. It's awesome. I recommend that to people all the time. Sazerac Rye is $19.99. You can go get that you can get Sazerac Rye at Rouse's for $19.99. It's awesome. 90 proof, super approachable. You can drink it neat, rocks, mix it in a cocktail. It's awesome. It's an awesome whiskey. It's $20.
Really?
You can get great stuff. It's like wine. You don't have to go spend hundreds of dollars or $100 on wine. You can get great wine for $15, $20. Whistle Pig Piggyback it's 6 year, just younger juice. It's good, but everything Whistle Pig does generally is good. Edward O, best rye for around $60. I don't think you need to go up to that $60 price point, man. Again, it's the same thing where it's can you find it. I think there's a lot of really good $30 ryes. I just mentioned Sazerac's $20. I think Pinhook has a really good rye for $30. Honestly, Bullet Rye is really good that you can find for $25-$30. There's a lot of really good rye whiskeys. Whistle Pig Boss Hog had it once, amazing. So Brandon, they do a different Whistle Pig Boss Hog every year. So every year is different. It's a different expression where they finish it in different barrels and all that sort of stuff. So you have to be specific about which Boss Hog you had. Lynn Roberts, no umpire complaints tonight, Matt. They did miss the pickoff throw at first where Skeins nailed the dude at first base and the first base umpire missed it. And Jay Johnson also didn't get good intel from his video guy apparently because LSU didn't challenge it. But that would be the one. All in all, I think it was good.
Are they different refs or umpires? every
Joey
night?
Metke, Matt, thanks for doing these post-game shows. It's been fun this week. They rotate spots though. You have a crew, but they rotate. Like you'll have a home plate first,
How
third,
many do they
second.
have on the field?
4. Well, home plate and then
I
3.
never noticed them.
Never noticed from, huh? Patrick P said aqua scone. Okay. Is that a lighter? You didn't fix that?
No,
Dang.
I did buy you another one though.
Yes.
How?
Not the exact same one, but it is another Cohiba torch lighter.
When? Just now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
so
I don't know. I was the last one that had it that worked.
You broke my lighter.
you broke it. You break it.
I don't
But
wanna
that episode
say
of
that,
Friends
but-
when Joey keeps pushing people into the fridge, like, you broke my fridge!
Yeah.
You broke my lighter! That's what you did. You owe me $200! You broke my fridge!
You put more stuff in it, more juice in it.
I did. It's coming out, but it won't light. I can light it with the other lighter, but then
Oh yeah.
it won't relight on its own.
Yeah. Maybe it's just like
Dylan Ward, cigar of choice. I love Cohibas. I like the Cohiba yellow label. But also the Macanudo Inspirado has really been a favorite of mine. Let's hope the for Monday already left home. Golf South, I'm going to tell you this, and I know Jay wouldn't say this, and this isn't going to be a popular opinion. That's also part of the reason why Travinsky was benched for Milazzo. Because with a better receiver behind the plate, you probably get a lot of those calls. And especially with Skeins on the mound today, and you're playing defensive ball game, low-scoring ball games, you had to have a better defensive option. So, look, I'm with you. The ump shrunk the zone, but you also had a catcher back there that was not having a great night. So, look, Travinsky's been great. He's a big reason why LSU got here, but he's mostly in there for his bat. And in that ballpark, his bat don't play. So, give me the defensive option. Michael Clark, thanks for keeping the stream going so long. We're at 2 hours now.
Oh my god.
Still 1,100 people watching.
Sure. Wow.
All right. Russell Reserve 10 years outstanding. It's $30. That's true also. All the Russell stuff is really good. Russell Wild Turkey also is good.
What about Angel's Envy? Is it good?
Really good. Angel's Envy just got real popular real fast, and so the price point went up. Angel's Envy at $40-$45 was way better than Angel's Envy at $60.
Oh wow, not that high.
Angel's Envy rye is also magnificent, but that's not a traditional rye. They finish it in rum casks. It's really sweet, almost like syrup. It's almost like a dessert. Pour that on rocks, and it's magnificent. But that's $100 now. All right, now everybody's just posting about whiskey. All right, we're gonna be done now. It's 11:30, and I have to get up in the morning and bring Drew to camp,
I'll bring him to camp. Man.
and then go to work.
I'll bring him to camp.
Go work out tomorrow too. Somebody's gotta go to the gym tomorrow,
Whoa.
and then go record 2 podcasts, go meet a client, do a 3-hour radio show.
Got a busy day.
Thank God I don't do another live stream tomorrow. I've done like 10 hours of live streams this week.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do the smoke like in the circle?
Nope.
Why not? Can you do the smoke in the circle?
The ring. It's called a ring. Smoke ring.
What movie did we just watch?
You've done it.
What movie did we just watch that they did
have.
the circle?
A long time ago.
What movie did we just watch that had that?
What was the spin?
The murder mystery.
Oh, the murder. Y'all seen Murder Mystery on Netflix? Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston. It is so good.
Didn't get it. Tried.
Yeah. Dude, try again. You didn't have any smoke off that.
That's true.
I was like, it was weird. Matt had a lot of smoke, but. Wait. You're doing like little bitty donuts. They're like little poops.
Yep. It's hard to do. Adam Kennedy said, I want one of those Hudco shirts. How about this? Let's come replace your roof. I'll give you mine. And a new one. I'll give you 2 different colors. HudcoRoofing.com. Hudco's pinned in the chat, by the way. Ryan Slayton, thanks, Matt. Enjoyed it. Well, morning's going to be the same time tomorrow after this late night. Yeah, I got to get my morning start the same. My alarm clock's going off same time. I still got to get up. Got to start Drew's backpack. Got to bring him to camp. Got to go to the gym. No, I got it, fam. I got it, fam. It's all right. Just remember who pays for all the crap you buy for Drew's parties.
Oh my god.
All that crap right there.
Hey, crap.
That didn't come from nowhere. I get all these American Express charges. Card not present. Additional card not present. Additional card not present. I'm like,
I hate when it's a card not present.
well, I guess I got to do another 2-hour live stream tonight to pay for all this.
Dat Mouse is going to be amazing. Dat. No, he can't be called Mickey. He's got to be called Dat. That's opposite that, by the way. Never mind. Oh yeah, he's coming too.
This would be so much better if like everybody was on camera, but I know you ain't gonna be.
I look like a sweaty pig right now.
Ain't nobody care. Look at Tommy White with that. Yeah. It's on SportsCenter right
can't
now.
Why does he wear an oven
What
mitt?
a bomb.
Why does he have an
I
oven
can't get
mitt?
on camera with my work shirt.
Oven mitt. Why does he have an oven mitt?
So when they slide, when they go on the bases, it protects their fingers so that way they don't get stepped on or they don't jam it on the base. So when he gets on base, he puts it on.
Oh.
That's so good. There's a video of Tommy White in the team hotel lobby watching the home run. That's really cool.
Oh yeah.
That's really cool.
Aw.
Really cool. Yak! All right. Okay. Bruno Van Moore said, E-Rock on. They want to see you.
Not until I have like hair makeup done though.
Oh my God. Ashley Eric, what's going on? From Lincoln, Nebraska. Joe and I were at the game. I stayed with your parents. No, I remember. So when I sold books in Minnesota, door to door in the summer of 2002, Ashley's dad, Willie Jans, Willie O on the radio from Blue Earth, Minnesota. Willie sold books for the Southwestern Company like 20 years before, and was super nice to me. And look, you ever done the door-to-door book sale thing and you see a book person, like, it's like a brotherhood, sisterhood type deal. Like it's a grind. Like you wake up in the morning, your alarm goes off at 5:59 a.m. You jump in a cold shower, you go have breakfast, and you knock on your first door before 8 a.m. and you don't quit till the sun goes down. And you sell books door to door. It is a grind. So anyway, so I met Willie, his daughter Ashley, and her now husband Joe. Ashley, I think, did a semester or maybe a year at LSU and lived with my parents.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, so it was like obviously a reciprocal thing. I mean, they were so nice to me when I was there. We were thrilled to be able to like in some way, pay it forward. So that's so cool to see you. Tell your folks, Ashley, please tell your folks I said hello. Great to see you pop on there. That's so cool. So cool. Gulf South, do you know how many teams have gone to the College World Series finals from the losers bracket? The last two to do it were Arizona in 2016 and LSU in 2017.
Who won last year? The whole thing?
Ole Miss.
And Mississippi State won the year before? SEC.
Jeremy Fontana, Hudco hiring. Yes, we are. Email me, matt@hudcoroofing.com. Matt@hudcoroofing.com. Ashley Megan said, happy belated birthday to Drew. It's not his birthday yet. Eric is just getting ready for his party. You see, in our house, for a child's birthday party, a child who, by the way, has no concept that it's even his birthday, and
This year he does.
probably doesn't even like that many people at his house,
He does.
gets an extravagant party
This year he's excited.
that I get to pay for.
At least once a day he comes up to me and says, who is coming to your party?
That's because he's so routine oriented.
But he's excited. I've always told him about his party. He's never cared. This year he's fired up. He is so excited.
Oh my God, Ashley, Eric, they have 9 kids.
Oh my gosh.
What? Oh my
Jesus.
God.
No
God
way.
bless. 9 kids.
I hope some of them are twins, huh?
Do you have twins? You know, Alicia, my sister has twins.
She gotta have like 2 sets of twins in that 9. There's no way. No way.
Derek Matthews, right? Another year, the number 1 seed goes down. Derek, we haven't even talked about it yet. You're right.
Who was number 1 weight?
Wait. So since this format in 1999, when they went to the super regional format, they started seeding, the number 1 seed won it the first year. Miami was the number 1 seed in 1999. Since then, the number 1 overall seed has not won the national championship any year since then. No twins.
No twins? You had 9 separate
9
children?
kids.
Shit.
I was like, did you have like a...
See, my grandmother had like 2 sets of twins, and my mom was like, my mom was a twin, and she had a twin brother or sister. So like that knocked out 4. But like,
Ashley Megan said, ha, Drew 100% deserves it.
exactly, Ashley. Thank you. And Drew's
I will,
gonna love
Ashley.
Mickey Mouse. And you're gonna love it too. You act like you don't love
That no.
it. Dead Mouse, excuse me.
Okay, we're done.
Peace.
Still got 1,005 people watching.
You've said
great.
we're done several times, and you won't end.
Smash the like button. Subscribe up to the channel if you're new. Although I'm guessing everybody still watching is subscribed to this channel already. And please shout out Hudco. We got it pinned in the chat. Would love it if you'd let us come do a free, no obligation roofing inspection. If you know anybody, especially in Port Allen, Bruley, Addis, the whole West Baton Rouge area,
River Bend has a ton of hail.
River Bend,
They have huge hail.
would love the opportunity
Y'all?
to give you a free, no obligation roofing inspection. Final light count, I'm looking at 2241. All right.
Minnie Mouse now too.
Huh?
Nothing.
Did you say you might get Minnie Mouse too? What is
Jack
it?
Mouse and maybe Dis Mouse is coming too.
Dismouse.
No, they can't call them their real names. I don't know. Olivia requested Donald Duck. I told her I'll come back and fly Donald Duck in from Disney World.
Mystery duck.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize what's going on right now, but
Ducks.
my wife is, I am paying to have Dat Mouse. It's a Mickey party, Disney party. Dat Mouse, because of copyright reasons, can't call him Mickey, is coming to the party. And apparently there's Dis Mouse, who's Minnie, as well. And she's like, ooh, this stream, maybe we'll get Dis Mouse too. She sends me a text, can I go ahead and put the down payment, or can I pay for Dat Mouse? I'm like, do I have a choice?
And
Like,
you were like, Drew wants it.
do I
You
even have a
act
choice?
tough on the camera. You're not tough like that. You act like that. You're not.
Maui John, aloha. Thanks for bringing a slice of hometown Baton Rouge to Maui.
Oh, wow. He's in Hawaii. Wow.
All right, we're done. For real this time.
For real.
Peace.
Peace.
Hudco.